And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Caban versus Reyes. Step forward, please.
Hairstylist William Caban is suing his former friend, 25-year-old waiter Jeffrey Reyes, for an unpaid loan to bail him out of jail.
According to your complaint, the defendant owes you for bailing him out of jail.
Yes.
Tell me exactly how that happened, sir.
We went out on Thursday night to karaoke. And
What was the date?
May 16th. And one of my friends met me at the bar, and he wanted to leave. I asked Jeffrey, do you want to go? He says, no, I want to stay.
Your Honor, he left me there.
Just 1 second. I'll get to you. Go ahead. Get to you. Go ahead.
And I said, do you want to come? He said, no, I'm going to stay here. I want to sing. So I said, okay, I'll do you a favor. I gave him my ATM card. I gave him $20 plus my car keys. And I said, I'll talk to you later.
ATM card for what?
To drink. He didn't have no money. And then the next day he calls me and said he's in jail, to bail him out of jail.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I said,
Mr. Reyes, could you wait until I look at you and ask you questions, please? Now look at me. Could you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he say to you?
He said, Will, can you please come and get me out of jail? Do you have the money to get me out of jail? And I did not have the money to get him out of jail. I had to go running around town, borrow money to get him out, because he kept on calling me every 15 minutes that my cell phone died and his cell phone died. There's 3 cell phones in the car, and they all died because he was calling us so much.
What do you mean 3 cell phones in the car?
We had 3 cell phones in the car. There's 3 people trying to get him out of jail. The only one that got him out of jail was me.
Well, who else was in the car?
Another friend of his roommates. I don't know his name.
So you're driving around with 2 other friends in the car?
No one had money to get him out.
Just answer my question, sir. You're driving around with 2 other friends. We're going to do this my way.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because my way, I'm going to get the truth.
Okay.
Where were you going?
We getting money to bail him out of jail.
And when you bailed him out, what did he say to you?
He said to me, thanks. And I said, you need to pay me back.
And what did he say?
He said, yes, he'll pay me back. And I stressed it to him. I need this money back.
All right, Mr. Reyes, now I'm going to hear your version of the events, sir. What were you arrested for?
Driving with a suspended license.
So I gather you took the car keys and went home.
I stayed in the bar till 2 o'clock in the morning till they had last call. They did not come back. He had left his keys on there. He did not tell me he was going. They both just left. So how am I supposed to get home? I took the keys and I drove home. When I went home, there was a cop already there. They had my name on a piece of paper like someone had called the cops on me already. So I went there. He asked to see my driver's license. I showed him my driver's license, and he took me to jail.
Then you called him.
Yes, I called him.
And what did you say when you called him?
I said, well, what happened yesterday? He goes, oh, I left you the car. He said, I didn't come back yesterday. He said, why, where are you? I said, I'm in jail. He goes, oh, don't worry, I'll get you out. He said, don't worry about it. Trust me, I'll get you out. I don't have the money to pay him back. I didn't ask him to bail me out. If he bailed me out, it's because he felt sorry for leaving me with the car. He knew I couldn't drive with a suspended license. I didn't want to drive.
Why was your license suspended?
Not paying a ticket. And I got pulled over before, and he gave me a ticket for driving with a suspended license. And he said, next time you will go to jail. So I didn't want to drive.
Where do you live?
I live in Orlando.
And is that where the karaoke bar was?
Yes.
Now, Orlando, Florida is a major metropolis. I've been to Orlando, Florida. Do you know what they have in Orlando, Florida?
Disney World? I don't know.
Do you know what else they have in Orlando? Taxi cabs.
Your Honor, I had no money.
Your Honor, I left him with money.
Just a second.
I left him set.
Just a second.
All right.
Yeah, by the time the bar was closed, I was broke.
Mr. Reyes, that's what you call lack of planning, sir. Because if you were waiting for him and he didn't come back and he left after 20 minutes, something should have gone on in your head that said to you, maybe I am stranded here, so I better take the $20 that he gave me and put a couple of dollars away so that you could call a taxi cab to take you home, since you didn't have a driver's license.
I understand what you're saying, Your Honor, but he left me an ATM card. Taxi cabs do not take ATM cards.
And $20.
He had an open tab on the bar. When it was closed with $20 that I had spent drinking.
What happened as a result of that case, Mr. Reyes?
They gave me day served.
And a fine?
Yes.
How much was the fine?
The fine was $500.
Did you pay the $500?
Yeah,
It
took it
got
out of his
taken
bail.
out of my bond.
They took it out of his bail.
Yeah.
Oh. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $560. Mr. Reyes, you have to take responsibility for what you do, sir. You had a lot of choices. You picked all the wrong ones. That's all.
Okay.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He just wanted the money right away, and I couldn't give it to him.
Been given the runaround.
Maybe he called the cops. I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal was.
I gave him my car. I gave him money. And that's the story.
Yes, this is case number 155 on the calendar in the matter of Eckert Procopio versus Marcus. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
You are Miss Eckert?
Yes.
Miss Eckert, it is your claim that the defendant owes you for some rent, some other bills from taking money out of your ATM account, and Mr. Procopio?
That's correct.
It's your claim that Mr. Marcus assaulted you. You want to be compensated. Tell me, how do you know him, Miss Eckert, and when you moved in together, and what was the rent arrangement?
I met him last July, and we just became friends, and he had a 5-year-old son, and I had a 6-year-old son, and he was living in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I was living in a 3-bedroom house, and we both couldn't afford the places that we lived in, so we decided we move in together, just as roommates, and he can take care of my son while I go to work, just take him to school in the morning, and then the rent would be $300, and if he doesn't do that, then the rent would be $400.
How much was the total rent?
$850.
And how many people were living in the house?
It was just me and my son at the time,
When did he move in?
in the middle of September.
No, that's not true.
I'll get you in a minute. When was he supposed to start to pay rent? In October?
Yeah.
Did he pay October's rent?
No.
When did he move out?
Middle of May.
That's not true either.
From October until May, did he pay rent?
No.
Never.
No.
So why did you let him stay?
Because he always said he's getting a job. Every month I asked him, are you going to come up with some money? He was supposed to get food stamps too, you know, from the welfare. And every month he came up with a new story. One time he said he's going to sell his motorcycle, and I didn't want him to do that. And then he had a job at one time.
Yeah.
For a day, and then he lost that job.
Not true.
Do you think I'm going to give you a chance, sir?
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Then I want you to try to contain yourself. So he didn't pay you any money from October until May.
No.
So let's deal with the rent first. Now, Mr. Marcus, look who's having a turn. When did you move in according to your calendar, sir?
It was the middle of October.
Okay.
Actually, almost towards the end of October, when I come back from Mexico.
So according to you, you should have started to pay rent.
1st of November.
Thank you for anticipating. Did you pay rent?
No, not at the first. No, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, because I didn't have the money at that time.
What were you doing in Mexico?
I was helping a friend move his family down there.
Explain that to me.
It was just another friend of mine who needed assistance driving his family to Mexico. He asked me to help him.
You're making me very nervous, sir. Could you speak without moving so much?
Yeah, well, he asked me to help him move his family to Mexico. I did so. I was down there for a month.
So you weren't working at the time?
No.
And you were
I
free?
was taking care of my son. He was under medical conditions, so...
What kind of medical condition?
He was mauled by dogs, so he needed intensive care 24/7.
How old is he?
He is now 6. At the time, he was 5.
So you took your son, who needed full-time medical care, down to Mexico
No,
for
I
a
didn't.
month.
I left him with his grandmother.
The name of the friend who you helped move to Mexico?
Mario.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario.
Mario.
That's all I know.
Mr. Marcus, you see anything written here, sir?
No, ma'am.
Dumb, stupid.
No, I'm not saying that.
Do you think that I think that you were going down to move somebody whose name you don't even know, and you stayed with them for a month and you don't know their last name?
No, I don't. Actually, I couldn't even pronounce it if I did.
All right, Mr. Marcus. So November, you didn't pay any rent. What about December?
Yes, I did give her some money. I did give her some cash.
Good. How much did you give us, sir?
I believe it was $150.
And in January?
I think it was another $100, $150.
February?
Not believe February, no.
March?
No, that's when we started getting eviction notices, so she didn't pay either. It was pretty much everybody disbanded the house, and Off we went.
April?
No, nobody was there in April.
When did you move out?
March.
So according to you, sir, for the entire time you were there, you gave her a total of $250.
Well,
That's what you just told me.
the partial, yes.
That's what you just told me.
Yes, I understand that. Partial.
That's what you just
That's
told
cash, yes.
And
I bought
food.
all the food for the house.
me. Food.
Yes, food. Well, she then proceeded to move Sal in. She proceeded.
I'm not there yet. Miss Eckert,
Okay.
I want you to tell me about this ATM card. I read your papers, and I don't think that you can prove it to me, but I'll listen to you anyway because I'm always trying to be fair.
Well, I got my paycheck and I deposited, and my bank account was way overdrawn. And I was like, there's something wrong. So I got a statement from the bank, a printout, and I noticed that there was some stuff on there that was charged on my debit card that wasn't made by me. And there was a 1-800 number next to it. So I called it, and I got to find out it was
She gave me the credit card.
Go.
it was a porn website.
That's not what it was.
Yes.
That's what the guy said on the phone.
That's not what it was.
Oh, okay. What makes you think it was Mr. Marcus who used your debit card?
Because the guy on the phone asked me what my email address is, and I said I don't have an email address. He asked me if I got a computer in my house,
That's not
and
true
I
that
said
she did.
my.
I want you to be quiet until I look in your direction.
And he asked me if I know somebody by the name of Michael Marcus, and I said yes, that's my roommate. And he said that's the person who got the charge there on my debit.
And what was the charge?
You want to take a look at this?
Sure.
And because of that, my bank account got totally overdrawn, so I got all those overdraft charges on there too.
Just tell me how much it was.
But all combined with the overdraft charges,
No,
about
forget the
$200.
overdraft charges. Just what you allege he charged.
About $100.
Now we're ready to go to you, sir. Now I want you to tell me about this assault.
Hold on.
When did it take place?
12th of April.
Do you have a police report?
No, I did not call the police. I was going to pretty much let the whole issue go until my wife was and him
She
were going to go
decided
to
do it,
court.
yeah.
Mr. Marcus, do you think you're helping yourself, sir?
No, ma'am. I just want the truth.
Well, then wait your turn, and I'll hear. How are you related to him?
Can I speak?
No! I asked you a question. I said, how are you related to him?
I'm a witness.
How are you related to him?
We have a child together.
My condolences.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Your actions today being a wise guy and a smart mouth,
But I'm not.
but you are.
But you haven't even heard my side of this whole assault thing.
But you're not paying attention to me.
I am
You're
paying
as
attention.
dumb and as thick as this wood.
And later today,
He calls me and said he's in jail to bail him out of jail.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I said,
Mr.
That is
Reyes,
not
Mr.
true.
Reyes, could you wait until I look at you and ask you questions, please? Oh, look at me. Could you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy, Heidi Eckert, and her estranged husband, Salvatore Procopio, are suing former housemate Michael Marcus for unpaid rent. Salvatore claims soon after filing the case, Michael beat him up.
Now, 12th of April.
Correct. After the eviction notice came, we were supposed to be out the first of the month. Heidi,
First of what?
April, I believe.
First of April.
Yeah.
Why were you being evicted?
Due to unpaid rent.
When was the last time you paid rent?
I never paid any rent.
Yeah.
When was the last time you paid rent?
My last in February.
In February.
As far as the credit card is concerned,
Not talking about the credit card.
oh, well, it was handed to me. She knew
Yeah,
all about
I'm
it.
not talking about the credit card now.
Well, we need to address it.
If I need to address it, I'll address it. Now, get back to the date of the assault.
Mr. Marcus came into the kitchen first thing in the morning and was upset about the whole lawsuit. Heidi had already, processed a claim to sue him in small claims. He was adamant that I was the one that put her up to it. And
When did you move into the house, sir?
middle of November. I
November.
mean, probably within the first 30 days of Mr. Marcus moving in.
So you moved in after Mr. Marcus moved
Well, I lived there prior. I moved out.
You
moved back
moved in after Mr.
Yes.
Marcus moved in?
Yes.
After her arrangement with Mr. Marcus?
Correct.
Did you pay rent?
No.
Why not?
I was unemployed at the time.
That's not his problem.
Yeah, I stayed in the room with my estranged wife. I slept on a couch sometimes.
At any time, did either you or Miss Eckert receive public assistance?
No.
Not me.
What about you?
No.
So how are you supporting yourself, Mr. Principio?
Me and everybody else was supporting him.
With the help of friends.
Was I looking at you?
Well,
Was I looking at you?
That's who was supporting him. Everybody else in the house.
You know, right now he's preparing to tell me about the fact that you punched him while sitting in the kitchen.
No,
A fact
he was standing.
that you acknowledge. Your defense to that, sir, is that you were afraid that he was going to assault you with a knife he was holding.
Yes.
Your actions today in dealing with me suggest that you're so dumb that you don't recognize that if you maintain a different kind of demeanor, I might believe the fact that you were in fear of your life and therefore responded by assaulting him, by punching him.
Well, if you hear my story, I'll tell you.
However, your actions today, being a wise guy and a smart mouth,
But I'm not.
but you are.
But you haven't even heard my side of this whole assault thing.
But you're not paying attention to me.
I am
You're
paying
as
attention.
dumb and as thick as this wood.
well.
Because if you listen to me, you would understand that if you were quiet and respectful of where you are,
Then I get
and
shut out.
understand where you are, you see how we're addressing each other and you see how quiet they are? Because at this point, I'm looking in your direction. You have no self-control. You can't control yourself.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy, Heidi Eckert, and her estranged husband, Salvatore Procopio, are suing former housemate Michael Marcus for unpaid rent. Salvatore claims soon after filing the case, Michael beat him up.
Tell me about the assault, sir. You were in the kitchen. He came in. He was angry because you filed the small claims case. And he did what to you?
He smacked me upside my face.
How did he do that? With an open hand or a closed hand?
It was closed hand and an open hand. There was
Okay.
two of them in which I got out of the house
Okay.
and I left.
And
I wasn't, you know, I wasn't.
my mouth is moving.
Excuse me.
When he hit you, did you have any injury?
I had a cut on the inside of my mouth.
Okay, so you had no serious injury.
No, none at all.
And you did not respond in kind by hitting him back
No.
because... Okay. Did you, in fact, have a knife in your hand?
I was doing the dishes. At the time, we
Okay.
weren't sitting in the kitchen. I was standing at
You
the
were
sink.
standing. And Mr. Marcus, at no time did he hit you, is that right?
No, he did not.
Stop! And you walked into the kitchen, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
The fact that Mr. Procopio was not seriously injured, or was not really injured at all, does not mean that you get a free whack. So that slap upside his head and little cut on the inside is going to cost you $500, Mr. Marcus. So far, I am eliminating these charges from here because everything that you told me, Miss Eckert, with regard to the person that you called at your ATM card, is hearsay. However, I am persuaded that Mr. Marcus owes you for rent. So, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She's fine. I mean, we always got along. I'm kind of bummed that it came to this.
He owes me money. And if this time I'm not going to let it go.
He doesn't deserve a dime.
I wish everybody well. I wish it didn't all have to come to this.
I have no hard feelings against Heidi. As far as he's concerned, he's a chump.
Versus Davis.
Thank you.
Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mr. Woodard, according to your complaint, you and the defendant were friends, and you made her a series of loans. Friendship was over, you want your money, right?
I wouldn't say the friendship was over, but
Are you still friends?
as far as I'm concerned, we're still friends.
Well, do you still see each other?
No.
When did you become friends?
I met the defendant about 2 years ago at a restaurant where I frequented.
And you worked there.
Yes, I do, ma'am.
When did she first approach you for the first loan?
Around July.
Had you seen her outside of the restaurant where she worked?
Up until that point,
Yes.
no.
So she first asked you for money when she was just somebody who took care of your order and you would talk?
Yes.
Okay. What did she ask you for money for?
Well, she asked me money originally for $500 to help catch up on some of her bills and car payment.
Did you give her the money?
Not at that time, no.
When did you give her the money?
First part of August.
Tell me about how that happened, sir. She asked you for money. She's serving you with tuna fish on toast. And she says, I need $500. Is that how it happened?
No, that was the case. We were in conversation prior to that about behind in my bills. I need money to pay my car note. I need money to pay my insurance. And she asked me, and I was reluctant at first because I really didn't know her that well, and I just knew her from being a waitress. So a couple of days after that, she asked me again. I said, well, okay, here's the money, but I want you to write a promissory note, and I want you to give me a map to where you live, so when it comes time to collect on the money, I'll know where you live at.
So?
So I loaned her the money.
Did she give you the note?
Yes, she did.
Did she give you a map?
Yes, she did.
Map? But let me see.
That's not true, Your Honor.
No. Well, according to this napkin, sir, she said you gave her $250, not $500, right? That's what this says, $250.
Yes. I gave her $260, the IOU. What way I looked at it and read it, looked like a 6 to me, but you say it's a 5, I'll take your word for it being a 5.
Okay. Show this to her, please.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, ma'am, I do remember that particular napkin, but it was meant as a joke. Me and Mr. Woodard were seeing each other romantically, and when I found out he was married, that's when I terminated our relationship.
I didn't ask you about that. I asked you about this.
Yes, I do remember writing that.
Well.
But it was meant as a joke, and he knows that.
Just a second. Did he give you $250?
Yes, he did.
And this
But he
says,
also-
I owe Michael Woodard $250, and it's your signature because I compared it against your answer. And it's written on a napkin, which suggests to me it was written in a restaurant.
Yes, it was. He brought it to me to my work, but he also gave me money, you know, all the time, you know, other than that.
Not getting to that. Right now we have $250 and a piece of paper that says IOU.
It was meant as a joke, and which he knows that.
IOU is not a joke. Do you remember the circumstances surrounding you writing this note?
Yes, I do remember
Well, tell
the
me.
circumstances.
Just tell me about it.
Okay, well, he had come, me and him were seeing each other for probably a month before I ever wrote that. We were seeing each other outside of my work 3-4 times a week. He took me to dinner, he took me to baseball games, he took me to hotel rooms, to other places too. And the money, that particular money that he did give me was because I was behind my bills, but when I did write that, I mean, we were joking. It was in a joking manner. That's why I picked up the napkin and wrote it. It was meant as a joke, which he knows about. And then
Don't
this
tell me
didn't-
what he knows. What he knows is he thought enough about this IOU to hold it.
Yes.
In a baggie.
May I say something else?
Right?
Checked it from the elevator.
Ma'am?
To preserve it.
Yeah,
a
I
joke you
understand.
don't preserve.
Well,
Okay, what's next? Mr.
It's
Woodard.
$100, Your Honor, that she asked to borrow sometime in mid-August to pay a water bill.
Where's the IOU?
I didn't get an IOU at that
Why
time,
not?
Your Honor. I took her word for it.
Why didn't you take her word for it?
Well, that's when she first approached me for monies,
Yes.
Your Honor.
Had she paid you back this money when you gave her? Just a minute. When she approached you for more money, she had not paid this original debt back.
No.
Did he give you $100 for your water bill?
he gave me $100, yes, but he also gave me money all the time.
I'm just talking about for the water bill.
Yes, he did.
And tell me how that came about. Did you tell him that you didn't have money for your water bill?
I didn't actually, I probably did tell him what the money was for, but he never said, well, this is a loan, here's $100, I want it back. He never said anything like that. He gave me money on a day-to-day basis.
Well, why did you take his money?
Because we were seeing each other.
So?
And because he wanted to help me. He's met my children, he's had a relationship with my children. We were not just friends, we had an intimate relationship.
But you started taking money from him right away. That's not smart.
Well, he was trying to take things from me, I feel.
Like what?
Like things that he shouldn't have been wanting from me when he was a married man.
Go ahead, Mr. Woodard. What else?
Sometime in October, Your Honor, she was trying to seek better employment, and she needed a business-type suit, a business-type garb, in order to take this interview. So at that time, I agreed to loan her the money to get this business suit.
Did you take her shopping?
Take her shopping.
Did you
Yes.
go shopping with
Yes.
her?
Yes,
And
I did.
She tried on a few things?
Yes, she did.
Did you tell her you liked one suit more than another?
Yes, I did.
Did you pick out a suit that you liked?
I thought so, yes.
Good. Pay for it. When did she tell you she didn't want to see you anymore, sir?
I don't recall ever her saying that.
Well, what made you stop seeing each other outside of work?
I didn't stop seeing her because I never began seeing her.
Well, you certainly went shopping with her, Mr. Woodard.
Well, when I say I understand that I went shopping with her, but when you say seeing, I saw her in order to do those favors for her.
Did you meet her children?
Yes, I did.
Where did you meet her children?
When I took them to go shopping, matter of fact. To go.
Was that on a different day that you took the children shopping than when you took her shopping?
I didn't take the children shopping. I took her shopping to purchase this business-type suit.
Did you ever see her children in her home?
Yes, I did.
How many times did you see her children in her home?
Once, when she asked me to come over to sprinkle some cat litter down because her brother had changed the oil in her car.
And how did she contact you?
By cell phone.
So she had your cell phone number?
Yes, she had my cell phone number along with my pager number.
Did you tell your wife that you were going over to
Yes,
put the
I
cat
did.
litter down?
Oh.
Yes, I did.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Michael Woodard says former friend Lisa Davis owes him for 2 unpaid loans. Lisa says they were having an affair and the money was a gift.
Okay, go ahead.
My wife was also a frequent customer in this restaurant, and she identified herself as being my wife.
No, that's not true.
On several occasions, Your Honor. This is over like
Honor,
a
can I say
2-year period.
something? I live approximately 25 to 30 miles away from him, so he was just going to drive over to give me cat litter for my driveway. And also his wife, after I did find out he was married and I called his wife, she told me she thought something might be going on because he was spending a lot of money and whatnot, and that he would not be taking me to court for anything once I got a letter from him.
Miss Davis, listen to me. Did you ever confront him?
He's told me no numerous times that he was not married. If he was married, I would have never, ever seen him outside of work in any time, ever.
Sounds like you got more than a tuna fish sandwich, Mr. Woodard. But she owes you $250. She doesn't owe you money for the business suit, because that wasn't a loan. That was taking her shopping.
Your Honor.
That was taking her shopping.
Yes, Your Honor.
The only reason you're getting you $250 is because you clearly memorialized that in a piece of paper. And you could have memorialized all of these other little loans that you made to her with the same kind of piece of paper. That's why you got this piece of paper, right?
I got another piece of paper also.
That says what?
That says that, well, not that I purchased, but the receipt that I purchased.
The dress? The suit?
Yes,
Then
yes,
where
yes,
are the
Your Honor.
receipts for the laundry and perfume?
I never purchased
Listen to
lingerie
me.
and perfume.
Oh, okay.
Miss Davis,
Yes, I'm sorry.
I believe that you purchased a business suit for her.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't believe it was a loan.
It was a loan, Your Honor.
I don't think so.
I understand.
$250 for your team, sir. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
That is our excuse. You may step out.
The plaintiff is a liar. He was a married man and lied to his wife and lied to me.
On numerous occasions, I was in it along with my wife, so she had an understanding and knew that I was a married man. Matter of fact, she spoke with my wife on more than one occasion.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
All right, Miss Norrie, you owned a car.
Yes, I did.
Do you still own it?
No, I don't.
You allowed your boyfriend to drive the car.
Yes, I did.
Your boyfriend's name is Shane.
Yes.
According to what I've read here. And this would be Shane.
Yes, Your Honor.
Shane and the defendant went for a ride. The defendant somehow, after Shane went to sleep or whatever, went to a party and he wasn't in the shape to go home, the defendant decided to take the car, according to you, without Shane's permission and drive home.
Yes, Your Honor.
He wrecked the car.
Yes, he did.
And you want him to pay for the car.
Yes, I do.
Mr. Hathaway says, it's not my fault.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Mr. Hathaway is going to explain, not only to me, but he is going to explain to Officer Petrie Hawkinsbird how someone who was the sole driver of a car, who wrecked it, can establish to our satisfaction that it was somebody else's fault.
Okay.
Okay? Is that fair?
That's fair, Your Honor.
Very good. Step up here, Shane. Now, you borrowed the plaintiff's car when?
January 16th.
And what did you borrow the car for?
To go to Bridgewater State College. We went up there to visit a friend.
Did you have a driver's license?
Yes, I do.
Did you?
Oh, did
On
I?
January 16th, 2003, have a driver's license?
No, I didn't.
How did you expect to drive her car without a driver's license, Shane?
Ben was driving the car there to the college.
And then?
When you borrowed the car from your girlfriend, did you tell her that Mr. Hathaway was going to be driving the car?
No, I did not tell her that.
Were you going to be back that evening?
No, the next morning.
Who did you tell her was going to be driving the car?
Actually, I didn't tell her anything. She just knew Ben was going to be driving the car.
Is that right?
Yes, I knew he didn't have a license.
So you knew that Ben was going to be the driver?
Yes, I did.
All interesting things that they left out of the complaint, by the way. So you gave permission for Ben to drive your car with Shane as the passenger?
Yes, I did.
So what happened, Shane?
Well, we both went to Bridgewater State College that night. We went to a party. We were drinking and stuff like that. And he asked me, he goes, "Can I use your car?" And I said, "No way." And then he took my keys and he took off with my car, and I ran out to get him, but he took off right in front of me in the parking lot. And then I waited in the parking lot thinking he was joking around. But 20 minutes later, he never came back.
Where did he say he wanted to go with the car?
To go pick up my friend Rob.
I mean, you asked that with a question in your voice.
To pick up my friend Rob.
This is not sounding true to me, Shane.
He said he
Bird,
wanted...
you see Bird is shaking his head?
Yeah.
You see Bird is shaking his head? We together are like a truth machine.
Okay.
You know what happens when somebody is piddling on my leg? The hairs on the back of my neck start to stand up. So I can always tell when someone is making it up as they're going.
Okay.
Because the hair on the back of my neck goes up, and I'm watching the hair on the back of his neck.
All right.
Do you understand, Shane? So we're going to start again.
Okay.
You're at a party.
Yes.
Doing some drinking.
Yes.
And
we come back to the dorm room where we were going to sleep at.
you fell asleep.
No, I didn't fall asleep.
Did you get into bed?
No.
Did you fall into bed?
No.
You were standing at the window.
No, we were in the room just talking and stuff like that. Okay? And then he took my keys and he started going down the stairs. He said he was going to leave, and I chased him, and he went inside my car. And then I was like, "Ben, get out of my car, get out of my car." And he took off right in front of me.
So what was going to pick up a friend, Rob?
He promised my friend Rob, who lives in Providence College, I don't know, an hour away or something like that. He promised he was going to go get him that night because he talked to him.
But he didn't say anything to you about going to pick up Rob
Yes,
when he
he
took
did.
the keys.
He said, I want to go pick up Rob. And I said, no.
Let's have it.
All right. Well, Your Honor, I was asked to drive the
Nicholson
car.
did that. Do you remember when Jack Nicholson did that? I loved when he did that.
All right. Eye contact. Well, I was asked to drive the car, so we went up there like was said before. The plan was for us to come home that night. So we went out, we went to a party, and when it was time to go home, that wasn't the case anymore. He didn't want to go home, and I started arguing with him saying, you know, I was the one who drove up here, and right now I'm the one who's driving the car, and you promised me I could go home, therefore
I'm going home.
I want to go home. And when that didn't come to an agreement, I said, you know what, I am going home. And I jumped in the car, and he said, come on, man, I don't want to leave. Let's stay here. It's the better thing to do. It's late. I said, no, I want to go home. And so I jumped in the car.
Had you been drinking, Mr. Hathaway?
I had been drinking earlier that night, and by the time it was time to go, I felt that I was sober enough to drive the car home.
Not sober enough, evidently, Mr. Hathaway. Because what happened on the way home, sir?
Well, that's also because, Your Honor, not only was it late at night, but as you can see, it was in January, and snow was covering on the ground, and therefore I made it slippery while driving. And
whose fault is that? God's fault? The weatherman's fault?
I guess so, Your Honor.
Yes. Why don't you tell me how the accident happened, Mr. Hathaway?
Well, I was driving along, and I was coming home down Route 1. Sorry, eye contact. All right, I was coming down Route 1, and I was on the side of the road, and I just hit an ice patch, hit, black ice, whatever it may have been, and
slid off into the guardrail, and the car crashed. I got it to drive a little bit farther down the road so I could make it to somewhere where I could stop and park, and then I called my mother, and she came and picked me up at the location that I was at.
Maybe that's why he wanted to stay over, because you both had a little something to drink. The weather was bad. It was snowy. It was slippery. It was icy. So that was better judgment, right, Mr. Hathaway?
Well, that was his judgment, but the judgment...
Evidently better judgment because you wrecked the car.
Yeah, but I don't believe that that was the reason for the wrecking of the car.
Well, then tell me what you think the reason was, sir. You just told me it was January and it was slippery and sliding outside.
And that's what I'm saying. There was ice on the ground, and that's what caused the crash. It had nothing to do with me being drunk or anything like that.
You love it, huh? What? You love it?
Too much.
Mr. Hathaway, do you know why Officer Petrie Hawkinsbird is laughing? And he usually doesn't do that. He usually doesn't have as good a time as he's having right now. He's laughing because you sound like a fool.
Yeah.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You thought that your judgment was sufficiently intact to make the drive home.
Exactly.
The proof of the pudding, sir, is in the tasting. You totaled her car.
And later today,
I agreed to pay off her car for a Christmas present.
If you went and sold the car afterwards, what kind of Christmas present was that?
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Melissa Norrie claims her boyfriend's former friend, Ben Hathaway, stole her car and wrecked it. Ben claims Melissa loaned him the car.
Now, what kind of car was this, Miss Norrie?
It was a Saab, 1992.
And it was totaled?
Yes, it was. I have the papers stating it was totaled, and I have how much it's worth, and I also have the pictures.
Pictures?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what the Blue Book value of the car is. It's 4-cylinder?
Yes.
4-cylinder is worth $1,750. Your car had 300,000 miles on it.
Yes, or 280-something.
All right. Mr. Hathaway.
Yes, Your Honor.
You exercised poor judgment, sir. You drove the car. You had an accident. You had an accident. You had been drinking. You were told by the person who really had borrowed the car, even though you were driving, that they didn't want you to drive home. So at that point, you shouldn't have driven home. You did drive home. You had an accident. It's your fault. You have to compensate the plaintiff for that. Do you understand?
Somewhat, Your Honor. I just don't get that there was an agreement to drive home, and you're already saying that I was under the influence, and I had said
I didn't say you were under the influence, sir. I said that you had been drinking earlier that evening.
Exactly.
And you said that by the time you were ready to go home, you thought
Correct.
that your judgment was sufficiently intact to make the drive home.
Exactly.
The proof of the pudding, sir, is in the tasting. You totaled her car. Who's responsible? Her?
I guess no. I don't know.
I
Nobody.
guess not. No, not nobody. Not nobody. Somebody is responsible. And since you were the one who was driving, and you were the one who elected to drive in bad weather on an evening when you had been partying, you are responsible. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He apologized a few times, and he said that he was going to go through his insurance company and he was going to pay us right away.
It was tough to do that, and I apologized, and I wanted to take care of it in the best way I could.
It's not something you should do to your friend, really. You know what I mean? I told him not to take it, and he took it.
It was kind of tough, but I mean, it's hard to, to lose a friend after that long of a time.
I think he got what he deserved.
And now,
You're gonna hit you and run. You're gonna stay there till that person won't run again.
He's saying I ripped his bumper off. I didn't do that.
The point is that she hit and she ran, and I had to go after her.
I didn't vandalize his car and do anything else wrong.
The dog, definitely she let the dogs out on her. I mean, come on.
Seats, please.
Mr. Vasquez, you and the defendant are sort of neighbors.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a home.
Yes, ma'am.
And you live on top of a hill.
Sort of, yes, ma'am.
Defendant's home is sort of at the bottom of the hill.
Yes, ma'am.
According to what I've read in your complaint, your home has a swimming pool.
That's correct.
And you decided to drain your swimming pool.
That's correct.
And the defendant came to you and told you that the water, which you knew was going downhill,
Yes, ma'am.
had damaged her home. How had it damaged your home?
It flooded my back porch, my septic tank, and went right in my back door and flooded the carpet.
And when Mrs. Salva came to you, did you go and look at the damage?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you see the wet carpet?
Yes, ma'am.
And you, of course, agreed to pay for the damage.
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you pay her for the damage?
$225 for the draining of both septic tanks and $261 for replacing the carpet and padding. $40 for someone to come down and put it in, a friend of mine. That was all.
Okay. Now, tell me why you want that money back, plus additional money for aggravation.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to get recompensated back because of the fact that Mr. Stringfellow that sits here, this is Billy Stringfellow, the biological dad of the young gentleman that's over here. The young gentleman went to his house.
So your son went to his father's house. This is your ex-husband.
Yes.
And?
And told Mr. Stringfellow that, that it was not so what took place. So they both drove to my house.
They came to your house. Who came to your house? Mr.
Mr.
Stringfellow
and
his son?
The young boy.
Step up, sir. Tell me what you told Mr. Vasquez.
I told Mr. Vasquez that my son told me that they had flooded their own stuff out there and had got raw sewage from the yard and put it to the carpet. That's what my son was telling me, and the young was telling the truth about it.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, what did you do?
I told Mr. Vasquez that he was defrauded.
Okay. What's your son's name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell, come up here, Mitchell. That's why you want your money back.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, Mitchell?
12.
You know who I am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you nervous today?
Yes, ma'am.
You look a little nervous today, Mitchell. Do you go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
What grade are you in?
5th.
Do you do well in school?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
I've had a few problems here in school.
What kind of problems, Mitchell?
Grade problems.
You have any problems at home?
Um,
Look at me.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what kind of problems you have at home.
I get yelled at a lot.
By your mom?
By Robert. He's my dad. Well, my stepdad.
How long has your mom been married to Robert?
I think 5 years.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have a sister.
How old is your sister?
11.
Any other children in the house?
Wesley.
How old is Wesley?
12.
And is Wesley Robert's son?
Yes.
Do they get yelled at too?
I don't see them get yelled at a lot.
You don't see them getting yelled at. You get yelled at more.
Yes.
Any reason for that, you think?
No.
Have you talked to your mom about that?
Yes, actually I have.
What does she say?
Sometimes she won't listen, and sometimes she does.
You know anything about this problem that happened because of the flooding in your house?
Yes.
You want to tell me about it? You want to tell me about it privately, or you want to tell me about it here?
We could do it privately.
Then let's do it privately. Come on in the back.
Order.
Miss Salva, it is your claim that the damage that was caused by this flooding. And I see from your papers that you have a videotape of that.
Yes,
is that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see the videotape.
This is the neighbor's pump that's draining their pool, and it's just flowing in our yard and the neighbor's yard. It smells horrible out here. He has done flooded both of our septic tanks. You see, it is overflowed, running all on my back porch, all the way to my pool step area, down to my driveway, all the way back over here. This is the second septic tank that is overflowed, which has run all the way up into the house.
Both my septic tanks are overflowing.
over my yard.
Bert,
The stream was
stop
moving
it there,
over.
please.
We
Would you
tried
please? Stop it there. And I want you to back it up a little bit, please. Back it up about 5 seconds. Keep going, 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 keep going. Now, I want you to stop it right there. Thank you. You've been married 5 years, Miss Salva?
Yes, ma'am.
You have 2 children?
Yes, ma'am.
Your husband has 1 child.
Yes, ma'am.
You punish your children by hitting them with a belt?
No, ma'am, I do not.
I want you to pay very careful attention to me, Miss Salva. When I ask you a question, I expect a truthful answer. If I don't get a truthful answer from you, you're in serious trouble. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your husband, Robert, punish the children with a belt?
No, ma'am, he doesn't.
I don't believe you.
He doesn't.
I don't believe you. Was your son living with his father for some time last year?
For about 2 months.
Why was he living with his father?
He was stealing and sneaking out at night, and that was just a last resort to try to straighten him out, and that didn't work.
Explain to me why it didn't work.
His father had went out of town and left him there for I don't know how long without any supervision. So I went and picked him up.
Did you go out of town, sir?
No, ma'am, I didn't go out of town. I was at home. She went and took the young'un out of school, didn't call me, didn't do nothing, and it costed me new uniforms, new everything. She didn't call me, didn't say nothing. She just come picked him up. 2 weeks, or he didn't even go to school. And my daughter, she hadn't been in school in over a year.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. She's
Why is that?
homeschooled. She, well...
She's homeschooled by whom?
By me.
What college did you graduate from?
I went to the George County Occupational Training Center, but I did not
What
graduate.
university did you graduate from?
I did not graduate
Then
from
how are you
university.
homeschooling your children?
It's just one that I homeschool.
Why?
Because 2 years ago when she went to his house for the weekend, she was in a very bad wreck and flipped 5 times, and she has problems from that.
And you've been told to homeschool her?
No,
or you
ma'am.
decided to homeschool her?
That was my choice.
Right. Miss Alva, I'm going to make some suggestions to you, and I want you to take them to heart. Your primary responsibility is to your 2 children. Your primary responsibility is to see to it that your 2 children are raised with a reasonable moral code, that they don't see their parents being involved in lying or cheating or stealing. That's your primary responsibility. And your husband, Robert, it is not his responsibility to corporally punish your children. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this young man I find to be a charming young man. Bright, very likable. He has the potential to be a nice young man. You and your family are screwing that up. You see that spot?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a dry spot.
It had already
That's
been
a
swept
dry
away.
spot. That's a dry spot that was there before your husband forced your son to take a hose and flood the inside of your house. Now, that doesn't mean, Mr. Vasquez, that there wasn't a lot of damage done by your pool. It's clear to me, based on these photographs, that your pool drainage did some damage. Next time, you'll figure out some other way to drain your pool. That's not the point here. I don't know what motivated you to pit your son against his mother and his stepfather, which may have ramifications. I'm going to give you some advice about that in a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I will see to it that a call is made to Child Protective Services where you live to monitor your home. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to see to it that there are no ramifications to this child or any other child in your house as a result of what happened today. So the call is going to be made by me to Child Protective Services where you live to come out and take a look at what's going on in your house. But I think it was a mistake on your part, sir, to put your son in the middle. It was a mistake.
It had to be done. It had to be done.
No, 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 no.
And,
it didn't have to be done that way. Listen to me. Your son was living with his mother and his stepfather. Stepfather who, according to your son, uses corporal punishment as a way of punishing both himself and his sibling. Now, prior to Robert corporally punishing the children with a belt, she did. Now, I didn't ask about you.
I don't.
He seemed to be very happy when he was living with you, and he doesn't know why his mother came and took him away. You pay his mother child support?
No, he does not.
Oh, Miss Judy?
I asked you a question.
No,
That
ma'am.
requires a yes or a no.
Ma'am. No, ma'am. But them young's needs on my part gets anything that can be...
Don't give me talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Money.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you pay. Money to take care of your children. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because let me explain to you what happens if you don't do that. Listen to me carefully. What happens is her husband feels as if he's supporting your children, which gives him license to hit him with a belt. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you start paying support. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today, the next case.
All parties in the matter of Weber versus Lamont. Step forward, please.
Contractor Jason Weber is suing his ex-girlfriend, Kathleen Lamont, for an unpaid loan for a truck.
Mr. Weber, you and the defendant lived together for a period of time. I think I read something about 3 years. Is that right?
Yes.
According to your complaint, when you broke up, which was recently, when was that?
It was in March of '03.
The defendant took with her a truck that is both titled and registered in her name. You claim purchased by you. The loan for the truck is in your name, and you want the money back.
Right.
Ms. Lamont says that this was not a loan. Ms. Lamont says this was a gift from you to her. You were living together. She came into the relationship with another car, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You sold that car, got her another car, then sold that car, and then bought this truck, and there was never any talk about payment by her. You're only seeking payment now because you're no longer together. That's your defense.
Yes,
is that
ma'am.
right? So I'd like you to tell me first who these people are. Who is this person?
This is my sister.
She a witness for you?
Yes.
A witness who will say what?
That Kathy stated to her that I was getting a loan for her for the truck.
And who are these people?
My son and my boyfriend, Scott.
Do they have any information with regard to this case, or are they just here for moral support?
It depends on how it goes, actually. My son has been present during most everything that's happened.
I'm not interested in most everything. I'm only interested in truck. I have a very limited focus.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Weber. When the defendant and you first began to live together, what kind of a car did she have?
She had a '97 Dodge Stratus.
And what happened to that car?
At her request, I sold it.
To whom?
A friend of mine.
And how much did you get for it?
$3,500.
And what did you do with the $3,500?
Well, he's still paying me for it. I agreed to let him give me monthly payments on it.
And then what did she use for transportation, Mr. Weber?
She was driving my car, which was a '94 Ford Probe GT.
And what happened to that car?
At her request, I sold that one also.
Okay, well, that was your car to sell.
Right.
And then what was she driving?
We purchased a '99 Toyota Tacoma 4x4 pickup.
When you say we purchased, what does that mean?
I financed it, and she agreed to pay the payment. As you'll see, I took the $4,000 right off the top of the money that was owed on the truck, on top of the payments that she made on the truck.
Explain that to me.
I agreed to give her or pay off her car for a Christmas present, which was $4,000.
Pay off her car. Which car?
The '97 Dodge Stratus. I paid
You mean
for the
when
Dodge
you
Stratus.
sold that to your friend, she had money owing on that?
No. Yes, she had money owing on it, but I had paid it off. So it was free and clear when I sold it.
How much did she owe on it?
$4,000.
Is that right?
Yes, and he paid it off for my Christmas present that year.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Okay. Then you went and sold the car.
Yeah. She didn't want it. She wanted the '94
But then
Ford Probe.
listen to me. If you went and sold the car afterwards, what kind of Christmas present was that?
A bad one. She got another car to replace it.
No, you said you gave her your car to drive.
I did.
You didn't give her another car. The other car, I assume, was in your
She
name.
got her $4,000 back with the '97 or '99 Toyota truck.
Mr. Weber, either you make a present or you don't, sir. If you say you made her a Christmas present in 2002, when you buy the truck, you don't make her another present.
Right.
By deducting it. You made her a present. It was a gift. Goodbye. It's over. And what I don't understand is if you're a couple living together, I don't understand you saying, well, I'm going to buy a truck. Because you say, we purchased a truck. What were you driving at the time?
I had a pickup of my own.
So you bought this 1999 pickup. How many years ago?
It was last year.
Give me the date.
It was October of '02.
And in October of 2002, what were you doing for a living?
Me? I was working at a Chevron as a cashier and going to school full-time.
And what kind of work were you doing?
I'm a contractor.
Now, from October 2002 until when you broke up, which is in what month?
March '03.
Who made the payments for the truck?
She did.
Is that right?
I made 5 payments on the truck, yes, from November to March.
Well, then that sounds to me as if there may have been an agreement for you to make the payments on the truck, Miss Lamont.
I agreed to help him out financially because he said he was having some problems, and I was only going to work until I was losing my job after March because I was starting an internship for school. So
There
we
are a
knew
lot of
I was
other
only...
ways, Miss Lamont, that you could have helped him out financially. Making the truck payment was not...
It wasn't a truck payment. It was a personal loan payment that he had. I have the title to the truck. I never knew there was going to be a loan on the truck in the first place. There wasn't supposed to be one.
Miss Lamont, how much were you paying towards this loan each month?
I paid $200 a month from November to March until I didn't have a job anymore.
Payment?
$200.
Then you knew there was a loan payment. Mr. Weber, how much is owed on the truck?
$5,100.
Now, problem is she hasn't made any payments. Is that correct?
Correct.
Since when?
Since March was her last payment.
Have you made the payments?
Yes, I have.
In what amount?
$200 a month.
April, May, June. $600?
Correct.
You owe him, at this point, $600. As a matter of fact, we're close enough to the time where you're going to owe him $800. But you are not entitled, pursuant to your contract with the defendant, to get an upfront amount of $5,100. You understand that?
No.
You didn't have an agreement for her to pay you $5,100. You had an agreement for her to pay you the loan. And there was not an acceleration clause that said that if she failed to make 1 or 2 payments, then the entire sum would be due and owing. Unless you have that agreement, I'll be more than happy to look at it.
That's all I'm asking for is for her to pay the payment.
Well, she's going to have to make the payments. Right now, she owes you what you've paid, which is $800.
That works for me.
Perfect. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $800. Thank you very much.
Parties
Madam,
excused.
I strongly urge you to get this loan in your own name, or perhaps your current boyfriend can help you out with a loan. Thank you. Because he's going to bring you back to court every few months for money. You got it?
All I want is what she agreed to pay for, which is the loan on the truck.
That's impossible. I don't have any way of doing that. I don't have a job, and I filed bankruptcy for him.
It wasn't for me. How did it benefit me? I paid for it. I paid for the bankruptcy lawyer, which was $600.
He sold my car. I don't owe him anything.
I deducted the $4,000 that I supposedly gave her as a gift right off the top.
That's the way he thinks, I guess.
The final straw is she's driving around in a nice truck, and I'm paying the payment.
And now the next case.
All parties on Perkins versus Peabody. Step forward, please.
47-year-old nurse's assistant James Perkins is suing 29-year-old waitress Angela Peabody for damage to his car. James says while attempting to exit a parking lot, Angela backed into his vehicle and then took off.
According to your complaint, the defendant hit your car and took off.
Yes.
And in addition, you claim that after you reported the matter to the police, your car was vandalized, and you believe that the defendant is responsible.
Yes.
Tell me when this happened.
December 27th.
Where?
Around in the Price Shop in Troy, New York. And I went in the parking lot when I seen her make a broken U-turn.
Make a broken U-turn?
Well, U-turn, like. I figured she made a complete turn, and when she was getting ready to leave, I pursued straight ahead. And then something told me, look on the side of me, and bang! And that's it. And I had 6 children in the car.
So she was making a U-turn.
Yes.
You weren't waiting for her to get out of the way.
Yes, I did.
Well, you didn't, because she backed up. And when she backed up to complete her U-turn, she hit your car.
Yes.
What did you do next?
Then I stepped out the car because I figured maybe she was stopped and wanted to see the damages, what happened, and I just wanted to speak to her. And when I step out the car, she's gone. She took off. So I figured, well, she can't get too far because when you're going out in the parking lot You got to stop because the traffic runs. So I said, I'm going to catch her. So I ran after her, and something said, just keep going straight. You'll find her because there's a lot of
You
stuff.
found her. Get to the point. You found her.
Question. I found her.
Okay.
And I called the police on my cellular phone because I wasn't going to go to a house. And when the cops came, then we went to a house and knocked on the door, and she let little dogs jump us. Well, anyway, we talked. Well, the police talked to her, and I went back to my van because I parked across the street from her.
You have a police report?
Yes, I do.
Can I see it, please? And do you have any photographs of the car?
Yes, I do.
The officer writes she did not care about her one, if it was damaged or not, so she just drove away without reporting the accident.
Because I tapped him. That's why I drove away. If I would have hit the man hard, I would have stopped.
You tell me what happened.
I was in Price Chopper. I ran in for a brief moment. I was parked in the fire lane. When I came out, there was a lot of people.
You're not allowed to park in the fire lane.
We're not allowed to park in the fire lane.
Right.
Exactly. You're not allowed. So I pulled up a little bit, and I went to go back up a little bit. I believe he came beside me. I don't know because I didn't see him. I backed up. I tapped somebody. I knew that I tapped somebody, and I didn't think there was any damage done, so I drove away. I drove right home.
Even if you tap it with the back of your car, then you stop for a moment and you get out of the car. Or you stop just to check.
Well, I just figured it was a tap, so I just drove away.
Well, that's what you wrote here.
If I bumped him hard, hit him hard, I definitely wouldn't have got out because when it's my fault, it's my fault.
Well, this was your fault. He didn't go to all this difficulty because he felt like picking on you that day.
No, but I know that I didn't knock his bumper off. I know for a fact.
You don't know for a fact. You would have known for a fact, madam, if you had gotten out of the car and looked. You didn't do that. You're liable. Period. Did you report it to your insurance?
My father probably did. It's under my dad's name, so.
So the answer is you don't know.
Question, Your Honor.
What?
When I went to my insurance company, they said that she didn't have insurance.
Really?
Yes.
My dad takes care of all that, so I believe I have car insurance.
Do you have a policy to show me today?
No.
Let me see the estimates on the car, please. What makes you think that she vandalized your car?
Well, I felt that when my insurance called me and told me she didn't have no insurance on her car, I was upset. So I was going to go to her house, but someone said no because it was a broken door. So anyway.
Broken? You never even knocked on my door. My door's never attacked you.
Do me a favor.
Lying.
Do me a favor. Yeah. Say nothing to him.
Anyway, so I said, well, if she's going to drive this car around without insurance, I'm going to call the cops. Next week after that, car insurance cards taken out of my car, thrown out. Why take insurance cards out of the car than stealing stuff in a van? Don't make no sense. Broke a mirror, which somebody gonna rob your car, they're gonna rob your car, not break
So
a
other
mirror.
than the fact that you think she had a reason to
reason
vandalize
because,
your car,
well, the
you don't
reason
have any
because I
proof.
told, oh, sorry.
You don't have any proof that she actually did it.
No, I don't.
Okay. There are things here that have nothing to do with the bumper.
Right.
I just want to know what the cost of the bumper is.
Can I speak and say why he's doing that?
Yes.
We have already been to small claims court in front of a mediator. He said he has a very good friend that does estimates for him. So he's just trying to get me for everything that's wrong with his van. I don't even know this man from anybody. I would never put my dogs on. I did nothing, anything.
But I'm not.
No, I know you're not, but this is what he's trying to do.
Oh, no, but he's not going to do that here. That's why I'm looking at it very carefully. There are some things here that have absolutely nothing to do with the bumper.
It's the bumper in there too, Your Honor.
This is not the great American giveaway. Just give me the figure for the bumper.
The figure for the bumper is $837.49.
Your expensive bumper.
Takes 7 hours to paint a bumper?
That's because his friend's doing it, and he pocketed the insurance money already.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he told me in the small claims court. He pocketed $300.
This is not my friend. This is a body shop.
Just a second. Did you get any money from your insurance?
Yes, I did.
How much did you get from your insurance?
They take a $500 deductible, and I got
He already said he banked it in mediator court.
$337.
So the difference is $500.
Yes.
Well, that's different. You were suing her for $2,000. Then you give me a bill for $2,100. Your out-of-pocket expense is going to be $500.
Yes.
That's much better. Now, I believe that Miss Peabody made a mistake in not stopping.
Yes.
But the way that you've described this accident to me, you have some responsibility. Because from what I gather, she's parked where she shouldn't be parked in a fire lane.
Yes.
She gets into her car and she starts to make what you think is a U-turn. Now, you could have waited for her to make the complete turn, right?
I did wait for her.
No, you didn't. You only let her make a partial turn. And then you figured you would scoot by, and if she had to back up again in order to complete the turn, you'd be gone.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Well, then you just should have waited for her.
I did wait for her.
You didn't wait for her.
That's what I
Mr.
did.
Perkins, how could you have, if you waited for her, she wouldn't have hit your car. You didn't wait. You didn't wait. If you had waited, sir,
yes,
then she wouldn't have hit your car. So I think that you're a little bit responsible. I certainly hope you're going to get your bumper fixed.
Oh, definitely.
Good. You may have to put in $100 yourself.
That's okay.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $400. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He was stalking me for 2 hours across the street from my house, and a policeman came over, and I thought my dogs were bothering him or something. I didn't know.
The person's going to run. 492 on the calendar in the matter of Marsh versus Bisna. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Tell me your name.
Kim?
Is this your dad?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like you to do something for me. Bird, would you take Kim outside while I try this case, please?
Come.
Miss Marsh, the defendant had been married to your sister.
Correct.
And they were divorced for a long time. Your sister had custody of her 2 daughters, your 2 daughters, sir. And I gather you hadn't had much of a relationship with the 2 girls over the years. Is that right?
That's right.
Your sister had remarried.
Correct.
But tragically, she and her husband were killed in an automobile accident, and you took custody of your 2 nieces.
Yes, I did.
When was your sister killed?
June 19th of 2000.
Were they in a collision with another car?
No, the stepfather was driving Tracy. He was driving, and he had a seizure, and...
Okay. I gather, Mr. Vizina,
Yes, ma'am.
that because you hadn't had a serious relationship with your girls, you had no problem with the 2 girls going to live with their aunt. Is that right?
No, Your Honor. I did make that decision because I hadn't been the best father, and they don't know their father very well. And a lot of the reason I made that decision, it would not be fair to them considering the circumstances. They just lost their mother and their stepfather, that they should go with a stranger. And I thought it'd be in their best interest to stay with their aunt, where they're more comfortable. That way I could reestablish a relationship in that direction.
Do you have other children, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
How many other children?
I've got 1 boy that was just born in October.
And that's your only other child?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What your lawsuit seeks, Miss Marsh, is money. You say that you had to buy bedroom furniture for the children.
Yes.
And you want him to pay for the bedroom furniture that you purchased, and also braces for both girls.
Yes, at least help with these expenses.
He has a defense with regard to the furniture because he says he wasn't consulted. With regard to the braces, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Did your sister have a home?
She lived with her mother-in-law.
And I assume that the girls had furniture there.
They had a waterbed frame that was about 30 years old with a mattress thrown in. That's what they had for bedroom furniture.
I assume you went to court with regard to the issue of custody, and you were awarded legal custody of the girls?
Yes, I was awarded legal custody. I didn't have to go to court. He defaulted.
But you went to court. You have a court order giving you custody.
Oh, yes, yes.
Was there a support order entered as well for the 2 girls?
Yes, there is.
Is he currently paying that support order?
No.
What is the order?
$1,026 a month.
And when was that support order made?
December 1st is when it was to be start being paid.
Have you paid that money?
Your Honor, I was never informed of any court order, and as far as the legal custody goes, nothing has ever gone to court. Her lawyer had sent me a notice that he had dropped the case.
Are you telling me, sir, that you never received notification that you were to pay $1,026 a month for the support of your children?
No, Your Honor, not at all.
Well, how much money have you voluntarily paid for the support of your children since December?
As far as sending her monetary amounts of money, I've sent none at this moment. I had my youngest daughter over with me for the summer. She was going to live with me, and she decided to go back. I had provided her with the school clothes and things that she needed to go back to school.
Okay.
I've been in contact with them, but...
But that's since September, sir. We're talking about 7 months. Ms. Marsh has taken over financial responsibility for the girls. That's not her financial responsibility. That's yours.
Yeah, I agree.
So why haven't you sent her any money?
I really have no excuse for it. The Social Security benefits, they are receiving the death benefits.
Do the children receive death benefits through Social Security?
Yes, I do.
In what amount?
$716 total.
For both girls?
For both girls.
A month?
A month.
Any other benefits that the children receive?
No. The life insurance that their mom has left them, they will receive when they're 18.
In what amount?
$10,000 apiece. And then the auto insurance monies they will receive at the age of 25, 30, and 35.
And how much was that?
I don't know what it's going to be after it's accumulated interest through the annuities, but it was $50,000 less 25% for the attorneys.
For each of the children?
Total.
Okay. Mr. Vizina, $716 a month does not take care of 2 girls. Now, Ms. Marsh has to understand that she cannot go out and obligate you to purchase things for the girls by buying them and then telling you about the expenses. But I have a problem, and I want you to tell me, with regard to what I consider necessaries for the children, which are orthodontic braces, why you feel as if you are not responsible for that.
Right now, my youngest daughter, she doesn't have all her permanent teeth in yet.
She's 13 years old.
She's 13. When she was with us last September, August, I can't remember exactly which month, but she had already lost a tooth there. She doesn't have all her permanent teeth in. I want to get them mature enough to get all the permanent teeth in before spend money on the braces in order to... So
Where did you go to dental school? Where did you go to dental school?
I never did. It just wouldn't make any sense, Your Honor, if she's losing teeth when she's got braces on there if all her permanent teeth aren't in yet.
Everybody puts braces on before they're 13. My father was a dentist.
That's just my guess, Your Honor.
You guessed wrong. Can I see the report from the dentist?
Yes.
Thank you. Miss Marsh, do you have other children?
Yes, I have 2 girls.
About
2
the same
teenage
age?
girls. I've got one 19 and one 16.
Oh. They get along? Sometimes.
Yeah.
This is just for Kim.
Right. I can't afford to take both of them. I just can't afford it.
Do you have a report with regard to the need for the other child to have braces?
No.
Do you have the court order for $1,026 a month?
Yes, I do.
May I see it, please? Mr. Vizina, who do you work for?
News company in Fort Collins, Colorado.
How long have you worked there?
About 4 months.
What kind of work do you do?
Sales and distribution.
Are you the only source of income in your household?
Right now, my fiance has part-time work.
So you are the only source of income in your household?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any other support that comes into your household from the state?
No, Your Honor.
How much do you earn?
A little under $700 every 2 weeks.
Before you worked for a news company, sir, where did you work?
I was a nightclub disc jockey. It's kind of floating from nightclub to nightclub doing private parties.
You still do that part-time?
Just part-time, just a couple hours
Part-time.
a night, fill in.
So you paid for that work in cash?
Not very much, but yes.
You have health insurance pursuant to your employment agreement?
I do. I was looking into putting a family. My 2 daughters on the health insurance. And it would have cost me probably over half of my monthly wages to put a family. The braces, as an example, she needed to call me on that and tell me what the monthly payments were. I don't have any problem helping pay for the braces. I just need to know what I'm supposed to pay. I'll be blindsided by it.
Mr. Vizina, it is clear to me, sir, that for a very long time you were perfectly comfortable that your former wife and her husband were taking care of these 2 girls and that you had no responsibility. You were not in their lives. You went on with your life. The girls clearly had a good life, I assume, with their mother and their stepfather, and they were not a financial burden on you. They are now.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kathleen Marsh says her former brother-in-law, Jeffrey Vesna, owes her for dental and furniture bills. Jeffrey admits He hasn't been the best father.
They're your responsibility. The fact that their aunt has chosen to assume their care does not relieve you of the financial obligation to support them. You should have been sending them money since September, since they were living with you, or one of them at least, during some of the summer months. You knew from September on, when she decided to go back to live with her other sister and her aunt, that support had to be forthcoming from you. And the fact that you don't earn a lot of money suggests to me that at minimum you should have said, I want to send you, without an order, $200 a month, $250 a month, just to show that I want to do the right thing. You didn't do that.
Your Honor, yes, I did. I have talked to her, and I said, look, we need to sit down. I was going to sit down with my fiance, figure out all the bills, the finances, get everything taken care of, the major bills that need to be taken care of in the household, and I already elected and told her I would send her money
didn't do
every
anything.
month.
Mr.
She never got back to me. Next thing I know...
She doesn't have to get back to you.
I didn't know about the court case, Your Honor.
I don't care about court case. I'm talking about father case, Mr. Vizina. Father case. Doesn't have to be court case. You don't have to say we want to sit down and talk to you. Her life is in a turmoil. She has 2 daughters. She's taken on 2 teenagers that she's taken on because you were a non-parent for the last 10 years or more. It's not her responsibility. She's taken, her life is turned upside down. Not yours. You go on. You have another baby. You have a fiance. You do your thing. Your life's not been turned around. She doesn't have to sit down with you. You just have to write out a check. That doesn't take a lot of sitting. And when the court gets around to making a support order and formalizing it, then you know what your bottom line obligation is. You have a substantial obligation here, sir. They're going to start taking out of your salary $1,026 a month because you didn't show up at this hearing. And what you're going to have to do is then you're going to have to move to open up the default in this case. It's going to cost you money to say either I was never served, I didn't know, what else. But you know what the law says now? The law says that if they can prove that you were served with these papers and just chose not to come, they are not going to reduce any of the arrears that have accrued since December. So every single month since December, you're going to owe $1,026, and they're going to start taking out of your check. So you better hurry up and get a job. You got it? Because he's going to be hustling around to support these 2 children who he hasn't supported since they were babies. When was the last time you sent money pursuant to a court order for the support of your 2 children?
Sent money out of my own pocket. As far as after my ex-wife died, no, I haven't.
No,
and
before she died.
I'll admit I haven't.
Shh. Before she died.
Before she died, I never had to. It came directly out of my paycheck.
When was the last time it came directly out of your paycheck?
I don't recall the exact
What year?
date. This last year, 2000.
I believe I have something on that, actually.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Your Honor, they knew how to get a hold of me. They were going through the state of Wyoming. The state of Wyoming is the middleman taking care of all this, so...
Just a minute. Just a minute. So you were under a court order, and it was coming directly out of your check, the amount of $325.40. Is that right?
That sounds like it might be right. The last I knew, the court order was higher than that.
As of this date, you owe $23,765.55 for the support of your children.
Yes, I do, and there's a reason it's that high, too, but you probably don't want to hear that either.
I don't want to hear that reason. Mr. Vizina, I assume you were working someplace else at the time this $325 came out of your check. Is that right?
It's working for, I believe it was Airmotive, painting aircraft.
So that's where this money was coming out of?
I believe it was coming out of there.
But then when you moved over to news, did you ask them to start taking out money?
There was no current support order. Since my ex-wife had passed away, the support order, there was no current support order out there. I had contacted the state of Wyoming Child Services about the child support. They said there was no existing order. They don't even have one on record, and if they did, they would have contacted me.
You contacted them why? Why did you contact them?
About child support and about making arrangements for my arrearages, paying off my back child support.
Just a minute. Or did you contact them and say, my former wife died, so she's no longer the payee? Did you tell them that?
No, Your Honor, I did. They told me that. I went in and explained to them the situation that I was going to, at one time I was going to try to bring the girls home to live with me. But I thought it wouldn't be right for me to do that because of the fact that I haven't been a terrific father. They don't know me very well, so I wanted to leave them where they'd be more comfortable with their aunt They know their aunt, keep them around their friends because of their age. It would have been awful hard, very traumatic on them to bring them down home with me. And I'm paying the price for it now. I'm paying the price for it now, in more than monetary value.
Miss Marsh is paying the price for it.
Well,
now.
yes, she is.
I would like to just touch on that subject as far as the children's furniture expenses. During the funeral, I told him those girls had nothing. I told him they had no clothes, they had no furnishings, and that I was going to have to take care of all that. And he was just like, oh, geez, that's just too bad. And that's all there was said about it. He would not volunteer to help me out at all.
Okay. The problem is, Marsh, is you cannot purchase something like furniture and then say, now I want him to pay for it. Okay. Consult him later. Sir, listen to me. There is no question in my mind, Mr. Vizina, that the court there notified you of these proceedings, either by serving you personally or by serving you by substituted service. You elected not to appear to travel to the state of Washington. There is no question in my mind that you were notified. Now, you may not have been notified, sir, with regard to the amount of the order, because the order was entered by default. And one of the reasons that Ms. Marsh has not been able to collect this order was because they don't know your Social Security number, they don't know your date of birth, they don't have your driver's license and the state number, because I assume that you need your car to get to work? Shh, listen to me. You need your car to get to work?
Yes, well, actually, no. I drive my work vehicle, bring it home with me, so technically,
you need
no.
a driver's license to go to
I do.
work?
Yes, Your Honor.
Unless you pay support, sir, they're going to take away your driver's license.
Yes,
I'm
Your
just
Honor, I
telling you
understand.
that. You
I
understand that. I'm sure you've been advised of that. They don't mess around with child support anymore. They're almost as maniacal as I used to be when I was a sitting judge about collecting child support. You have your wallet with you, sir? You have your wallet with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Take it out. You have your Social Security card in there?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Take it out. Can I have your Social Security card, please? And while I'm doing this, you can take out his driver's license, too. Now what we're going to do, Ms. Marsh, is we're going to make copies of both of these documents that you can furnish the court so that they will have his Social Security number and his driver's license. And we also know that currently he is working at a news company, that his monthly gross income is somewhere between $1,400 and $1,600 a month, and that he has additional income from part-time work, and that is probably paid in cash, clearly not reported. Got it? Mm-hmm. Perfect. So we're going to make copies of that before we give him back to Mr. Vizina. You now have a mechanism to attach his salary. Now, that may not be effective because he may move. Mm-hmm. But while your sister may have had all of his information, you didn't. So I see this order is blank with regard to the pertinent information, how to get in touch with him. Right. Sometimes the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. But if you're going to buy things for the girls, and if you want to obligate him, other than the support order, you have to contact him first. He has to be notified first. But I believe, having read the orthodontist's report, at least one of your nieces is in need of having this done yesterday, since he is not forthcoming with either support, and since the order that was entered says that he is to maintain insurance for the children, which I assume he has not done because he says he was looking into that and he hasn't done it. I'm entering a judgment in your favor in the amount of $3,850, which will cover the girl's treatment. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
If the support had been paid, I wouldn't even be asking him for any money. I would have taken that money to cover these expenses.
I would help out pay for the furniture. Call me ahead of time. Let me know what you're going to do.
I'd love it if he would start being a father to his children. That would be great for them and him.
I would love to be a part of the children's life. It's going to be a long, hard road, and that's my fault.
We were supposed to get married. He acknowledged me as his fiancée.
When he said, meet me at Rimworld, why didn't you say, meet me at the jeweler?
I should have. I should have.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. William Vasquez claims neighbor Betty Salva owes for the cost to repair flood damage to her home. William says Betty conned him into thinking he was at fault.
May I say something, please?
Yes.
There's also a three-year-old little girl that lives there. also. I don't think she told you about. That
I didn't hear about any 3-year-old little girl. He didn't tell me about a 3-year-old little girl.
Custody of her.
Whose child is that?
It's my brother's daughter, and I've had her since the day she was born.
Well, I looked over my fence and I seen the child out there unsupervised around the pool area, no supervision, for 10 minutes.
No.
Mr. Vasquez, this is what I'm telling you, sir. I'm not giving you any money back. You did the wrong thing. You drained your pool into a place, and it made a mess in their house. They don't have to have a mess in their house, and I am not an engineer, so I'm not going to be able to say what damage your pool did and what damage they did themselves in order to enhance the claim. I can't separate that. What I can tell these people is something is not right, and the advantage of having this case heard today is that I am going to get a team of social workers out to her house to see what's going on there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. Step out.
Please excuse me. Step out.
I feel like she's doing the right thing by having someone look after the young one.
I don't like the way that he upset my son. My son said things because he was very scared of him, and he has been abuseful in the past.
I'm going to do everything I can to get that child away from her.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Hervey versus Hill. Step forward, please.
Caregiver Keith Hervey Sr. is suing his ex-lover, 24-year-old student Jamie Hill, for an unpaid loan for rims and a car stereo.
Mr. Hervey, how long was the defendant your girlfriend?
For about 7 years.
7 years?
7 to 8 years, ma'am.
Your complaint is that you made a loan to her, and the loan was for new rims for her car,
right,
and a stereo for her car.
Yes, ma'am.
And those new rims and stereo cost $2,500.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Hill says she doesn't give a rat's behind about rims, and she doesn't care if she's got AM or FM. Rims and stereos are a guy thing. You made her a present. You wanted her to have a hot-looking car. This was a gift. She doesn't owe you anything. As a matter of fact, she would let you take the things back, except that she would have to replace what was taken off the car. Is that right?
Yes.
So tell me, when you made this loan to Miss Hill?
July the 14th.
Well, tell me about that. Why would you do that? Should you come into some money?
And my family, we sued tires on June the 8th. We sued for $25 million, ma'am.
And so how much money did you collect?
$40,000, ma'am.
You got $40,000. You had a whole lot of money.
Yes, ma'am.
And she was your girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
What'd you buy yourself?
I bought me a 1999 Suburban.
And at the same time that you got yourself a Suburban,
yes, ma'am.
Did you get the rims and stereo for her car?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have anything put in your Suburban? At the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
time, some additional stuff put in your Suburban?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not looking good for you, Mr. Hervey. So I'm going to let you very, very quickly, because I have other things to do today.
Yes, ma'am.
You tell me this agreement that you made with your girlfriend of 7 years.
Okay. First of all...
Not first of all, just tell me about the agreement.
Oh, the agreement was made when she get her taxes back and her school check. She'll pay me my money back. That was the agreement we had made. Then when we ended up breaking up October the 2nd, and I found a new girlfriend, she had came by my house and threatened me that she'd cut my tires up on my Suburban. And so when she left, she called back again, threatened me, saying that I'm not going to get anything back. That's when I put in that complaint on March the 3rd.
Go.
Mr. Hervey gave me these things as a gift. When he received that $40,000, that was his part of giving me something out of the money. I never asked him to buy these things for me. That was what he wanted to do. I never went to Mr. Hervey and threatened Mr. Hervey.
I don't care about the threats. I just want to hear about the rims.
Okay, he called me on July 24th and told me to meet him at Rim World. And when I met him, Rim World. I didn't even know how to get there. When I met him, he called me, told me how to get there, and he told me, pick out the rims that you want. And see, I told him, quit blowing all this money. I didn't even ask for these things. I said, we were supposed to get married. He acknowledged me as his fiancé. And I have papers here on his insurance acknowledged me as his fiancé.
Listen to me. First of all, Mr. Hervey, I listened to you.
Yes, ma'am.
If it wasn't a present, it should have been a present. 7, 8 years, and then you found another girlfriend. You should have said, forget it, take your rims and stereo. But it probably was a little bit of puffing. You got some money, you bought yourself a big new car, you put something in her car. Miss Hill, what I don't understand about you is, when he said, meet me at Rim World, why didn't you say, meet me at the jeweler?
I should have.
He acknowledged you as his fiancée?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where is the ring he bought you?
Oh, he didn't buy me a ring.
That's what he considered a rim. Mr. Hervey.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you bothering with this, sir? If you got money, $40,000, is that the biggest amount of money that you've ever gotten?
Well, yes.
Why would you go out and blow the whole thing on a car?
Well, at the time, that's what I wanted.
I understand that's what you wanted. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Mr. Hervey, at 39, that's not all that you're supposed to want. Sir,
yes, ma'am.
If you get $40,000, put your hand down, that's a lot of money. You take some, you put it away, you put it in the bank, you invest it, you put it in a CD. You don't blow it all on rims and stereos and a big car. That's something that a 20-year-old does, not somebody who's 40. And 39 is really close to 40.
Right.
Understand? Your case is dismissed. Goodbye and good luck.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He blew all his money, so he asked me for some money, and I told him no.
She was jealous because I got a new girlfriend. She didn't want to accept me.
We don't go together no more. Leave me alone.
The devil won again.
He don't have no more money. He's broke.
It's real funny. Broke? Oh, no.
You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Miss Wyatt, you have a baby. Mr. Grogan, I assume, has been established as being the father of that child. You say he's responsible for some expenses involving the child's birth and initial few months of the child's life because he's now paying child support. So I have a few questions, Miss Wyatt. When did you and Mr. Grogan have this relationship?
We had started the relationship in the summer of 2003 when he moved back to Iowa from South Carolina.
Had you known him before?
Yes.
For how long?
Approximately 6 years.
Did you have an exclusive relationship with him?
Not at that time, no.
In 2003, did you have an exclusive relationship with him? Did you discuss marriage?
No.
So this pregnancy was an unplanned pregnancy?
Correct.
Now, I know that this is a silly question, but how did that happen?
Failed birth control.
Failed birth control. Because it's been my experience, and I've been around for a long time, that there are no accidents.
Correct.
There are only on purposes that look like accidents. And these on purposes usually end up with you having to raise a child by yourself. Mr. Grogan, who is not totally without responsibility,
No,
right,
ma'am.
Mr. Grogan?
No, ma'am.
Because it takes two to have precaution. And there's nothing wrong with having double precaution, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't want to have a family. You have other children?
Yes, ma'am. I do have one other daughter.
And you?
I have 2 boys.
And how old are your 2 boys?
7 and 9 years old.
And where's their father?
Their father lives in the same town that we do.
Were you married to him?
Yes.
For how long?
7 years.
He pay child support?
Yes, he does.
How much child support does he pay?
$670 a month, and just recently stopped when he stopped working.
He pays $670 a month for 2 children?
Correct.
And how much child support do you pay, Mr. Grogan?
If you include the expense for insurance, it is right at $600 a month.
For 1 child?
Yes, ma'am.
That's expensive when you're not careful.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how old is your daughter, Miss Wyatt?
11 and a half months.
And tell me, what expenses do you think Mr. Grogan owes you for?
When we were together, before he left down for South Carolina for the birth of his first daughter, he had promised to pay for any baby items that we would need.
What do you mean to pay for the birth of his first daughter?
He moved back to Iowa in the end of August of '03, and he had had another woman in South Carolina pregnant, due to have his child the end of April.
You had a very fertile period there, Mr. Grogan.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
We started working together, we started a relationship, and I got pregnant with our daughter. In November, I told him of that, and he said that he had still planned on going down to see the birth of his first child. He had no intentions of staying there. With her, it was just a one-night thing, and he was only going to stay down there for 2 or 3 weeks while she was born, and then he was going to come back up here, take care of our daughter, and stay with me.
That's not exactly.
He did not come back. It was one excuse after the other of, it'll be in a couple more weeks, it'll be a couple
Miss
more
Wyatt,
weeks.
you did not have 2 children. You understand that a commitment means, honey, would you marry me? I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to have a family with you. I want to live with you. I want to take care of you. I want you to take care of me. That's a commitment. Then after you do that, then you think about having a baby. You don't do it the other way around. You do it the other way around. You're just looking for trouble.
I actually offered the commitment, Your Honor. I asked for her. I told her I would pay for move her and the boys down to South Carolina. I said, give it an honest 6 months. I said, if you do not like it, I will move you back. I even told her that we could get married. At this point, her mother had decided that she hated me. She wouldn't defend me with the family. I called her every day. I wish I had the phone records. Unfortunately, I don't. But I called her every day from the day I left almost until the day that Lauren was born, just to find out that 2 to 3 weeks before, just to find out that she had already had another boyfriend and that he was moving in with her.
Mr. Grogan, you weren't married to this woman in, where is it?
South Carolina.
South Carolina
No,
either.
No, ma'am.
So you already knew that it was possible for somebody to get pregnant without benefit of marriage, right? I mean, even
Yes,
I, at my age,
Yes,
know
ma'am.
that. And so it would seem to me that you would have been smarter in this relationship. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You already had one lady pregnant out of wedlock, expecting a child, and then you have another relationship in Iowa, so it would seem to me at that point you might want to wear 2 galoshes instead of 1. Are we understanding each
Yes,
other, Mr.
ma'am, I
Grogan?
understand that.
What?
2 galoshes, I like it. I like it.
You know, make sure that it's foolproof. Because it caused an awful lot of pain and a lot of discomfort. Doesn't mean you're off the hook, because ultimately you're the one with the responsibility. I assume this is your mother?
Yes, it is.
And I assume that your mother has some sort of responsibility?
Yes, she does.
She didn't ask for the responsibility. She didn't even enjoy the event. But she has all the downside.
Correct.
That's selfish. Very selfish. Now, what kind of expenses did you have for the child? Give me an idea.
We had to buy a baby bed, car seat, clothing, diapers, formula, everything that a baby needs, strollers.
And did you pay for that?
Yes, I did.
And how much was it?
For everything that was purchased before her birth was $1,658, and I have receipts.
I don't want to know what was purchased before her birth. What were her expenses after she was born?
After her birth were the same things. Clothes that she would outgrow, she would need more clothes, she would need
So how much
more
did you spend?
formula. After she was born, I have no idea.
From age 0 to 7 months when he started to support the child?
Probably close to $2,000–3,000 a month.
Where'd you get that?
Or not a month, I'm sorry, the entire time.
And where did you get that money from?
I have borrowed money from my mother, my grandmother, my boyfriend helps out.
Well, he ought to. He's living there.
It's not his daughter.
No.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I worked out of my home as a daycare provider. It was
Why
my
can't you
full-time
do that
job.
now?
I am starting that back up right now.
Well, when you start that, are you going to go to court and ask that his child support be reduced? Absolutely not. Right?
No, I won't.
So let's not get there.
And later today,
I went up to Desiree and asked if I could use her cell phone, and she said I could.
And then what did you do?
And then I remember giving it back to her.
That's not what you say in your answer. So get it together.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sandy Wyatt says the father of her daughter, Fabian Grogan, owes for their child's miscellaneous expenses. Fabian says Sandy is keeping him from his daughter.
What kind of work do you do, Miss Wyatt?
I work at home, raising my children.
So I would assume this $600 a month the court directed him to pay and didn't allocate any amount of money to you for the child support because you're a stay-at-home mom. Is that right? Well, I want to tell you something. In my world of the law, if you choose to have a third child, you cannot choose to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom. That's not a prerogative for you. If you choose to have another child, that was your choice. You can't say you are totally responsible for the child's support because I'm going to have this baby and I'm going to stay home and take care of it. You don't have that right. You have 50% in my world. You have 50% of the obligation to support that child. In this country, mothers and fathers stand on equal footing. They have equal rights, and that's what the Supreme Court says. They have equal rights, then they have equal responsibilities. And equal responsibility means that you pay half of the support. And the court has determined that the child needs $600 a month support. Cut that in half, because $300 a month of that belongs to you. You choose not to work? He's not going to pay for you not working. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
3 times 7 is $2,100. Not $5,000. $2,100 is what I attribute to him for the child support. Is that reasonable?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second. That's reasonable. Otherwise, get a job. You have a financial responsibility. You may have the 100% emotional responsibility, Miss Wyatt. That's your choice. You chose to do that.
Right. And I also had 100% financial responsibility for all the things that had to be purchased that before she was born, that he promised me, and he had had conversations with my mom on the telephone, promising to pay for these things, which he paid nothing.
There, he's going to pay $2,100. Period. For the first 7 months of the child support. Now he's going to pay for the next 20 years all of the child support. Because when was the last time you held a full-time job?
Full-time?
Full-time. That you can prove by what?
It's been over a year.
And how long did you have that job?
I had worked out of my home as a daycare provider for over 6 years.
Well, why can't you do that now?
I am starting that back up right now.
Well, when you start that, are you going to go to court and ask that his child support be reduced? You're going to go back to court like a fair person and say, I am now working full-time, so this child support order of $600 should be reduced? Absolutely not. Right?
No, I won't.
So let's not get there. Now, you want to tell me about this nonsense visit that you're counterclaiming about?
Like I said, I couldn't be there for Lauren. Well, I found out about Joe before Lauren's birth, so I did not make it for Lauren's birth. I had made those arrangements. But at Christmas, I cashed about $1,200 worth of checks, which I spent the entire amount on a trip going to Iowa to be able to see Lauren. As far as I'm concerned, the price of seeing Lauren is every minute is priceless. You couldn't put a price on that.
Good. So how many hours did you see her?
8 at max.
Good. Did you have a good time?
I did. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Good.
But she was supposed to make Lauren available to me. She told me I could see her as much as I wanted to. She did not make her available to me. She kept me at bay.
Do you have a visitation order now, sir?
The only orders I know of are just the child support order.
Well, let me tell you this, Mr. Grogan. You have the absolute right to seek a fixed order of visitation with your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And you should have a fixed order of visitation so that you can see her regularly. But that requires you to go to court, be proactive. You need not even get a lawyer with regard to that. By the way, when did you have a DNA test, sir?
I have not.
Why not?
I fully believe that she's my daughter. I have no reason to dispute the fact that she's my daughter.
Okay. I'm glad that you think that you're absolutely positive that this is your child. But I think it's always wise for people, especially in circumstances where they are not married and they have not been living together during the course of their relationship, to be 100% certain that the child for whom you are paying support is your biological child. We understand each other, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot tell you how many cases, unfortunately, that have appeared before me over the years where people are certain, both parties are certain, that this is a biological child of theirs. And it turns out that something else happened. You understand what I'm saying to you? What?
I was just going to comment on his counterclaim. When he had drove up here from South Carolina in this alleged $1,200 visit, he drove clear across the country with no driver's license.
Listen to me. Listen to me. That's not the issue, madam. The issue is he drove cross-country and he was met with a few obstacles to visitation. He has to have an order of visitation so that you do not fix the time when he can see his child. The court fixes that time. That's what he needs.
Your Honor.
And I'm telling you, while he's there, you ought to ask for a DNA test. Now go back to court and get an order.
I'm going to have to. The last conversation that we had, she told me I would never see Lauren again without a court order.
Oh, good. You see how
he threatened me into dropping this lawsuit.
Now I've come 2,500 miles. I'd like to be able to see my daughter while I'm here. I mean, I haven't seen her since Christmas. I try to find
now?
Just
a second. You mean now? Where is she?
Upstairs somewhere.
Oh, good. We will arrange for that visit. We can arrange for that visit. We can arrange in my chambers. We can arrange for the visit. You have no objection to that, do you? You have no objection to that, do you?
If he's sober, then no, I don't.
Just a second. Well, he's good. He's not going to...
He's very rarely sober,
Listen to me. Listen to me. He's sober now, and he's going to see the child in chambers. Do you have any objection to that?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Very good. So I want you to get the child, bring the child down to my chambers. We'll arrange for you to have a half-hour visit.
Thank you.
Reasonable?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,100, and the counterclaim is dismissed. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
That's his child. Well, it's my child, but he helped bring her into the world.
Of course, I love her very much, and I hope I get to see her as much as possible.
He can just go around the country and continue making babies and not take care of them.
With her mother, I just don't think she's going to allow that without dragging it back into court.
Any man that does that isn't worth marrying.
And that's not good for me or the baby.
Women should watch out for this guy.
Lauren and I got to spend 30 minutes together, as the judge promised. They loved every minute of it.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Perez versus Snyder, Pendolino, Miadors. Step forward, please.
Office Assistant Kimberly Perez is suing her daughter's schoolmate, 13-year-old Brianna Snyder, and her mother, homemaker Stacy Pendolino Miadors, for the cost of a missing cell phone. Kimberly says her daughter loaned the phone to Brianna, who in turn loaned it to her friend.
Who's Desiree?
Right here.
Could you step up, please? And you're Brianna?
Yes.
All right. The two mothers can sit down. I don't need you.
Don't speak anymore.
Alano versus Moreno. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats.
Miss Castellano, you're driving along in your car and you hear something.
Yes, I do.
Tell me, describe what you heard.
It was just a loud thump.
A thump?
Thump.
A thump. That's what you said in here.
Yes.
A thump. What did you do?
I immediately pulled over and I noticed that there was egg on my vehicle.
So an egg hit your car?
It looked like maybe more than one, but I don't know. Yes.
Well, it could have only been one egg because all you heard was one thump, right?
I believe so.
You heard one thump, you got out, you looked, and there was egg droppings on your car.
Yes.
And it is your claim that the defendant's son threw the egg. It caused damage to your car, which you estimated over $2,000.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so what makes you first think it was the defendant's son?
There was a group of children standing on the side of the road.
How many children?
Probably 3 or 4. And I went up to them and I said, you just threw something at my car, and they said, I'm sorry, and they seemed like they were a little bit afraid. And then the father came out, Mr. Marino came out, and I told him that I believe your children had thrown something at my vehicle. And then he talked to his son, and then he came back to me and said he would take full responsibility for it. He told me to get an estimate, get the car washed, and he would take care of it.
Ms. Castellano, let us assume for the moment that the defendant's son was involved in throwing an egg at your car. You're the son?
Yes.
Who threw the egg at the car?
Juan.
Juan. Who's Juan? Is that a friend of yours?
Yes.
Step up. Did you throw the egg at the car?
Yes.
Did he throw anything at the car?
No.
Why'd you throw an egg at her car?
It was an accident, because...
You don't throw an egg by accident.
No, because we played with an egg, and I threw it at him, and he went down, and I threw the egg, and it hit the vehicle.
He hit the car. Yeah. Did you tell this lady that you had hit her car with an egg?
No.
Why?
Because I was afraid.
Did you know who hit the car with the egg?
Yes.
Did you admit that you hit the car with the egg?
No.
No. Okay. But you say the father said he would take care of the damage. Now, what I want to see, Ms. Castellano, is $2,369 caused by one egg hitting your car. That's what I found suspect.
It dented the vehicle, and that's why I thought maybe it was more than like a stone or something.
No, it was
it's
an
a
egg.
brand
You
new
saw
vehicle.
the egg on the car.
Yeah,
you said you saw the egg on the car. You heard one
Yes.
thump. So it was one thump, which was an egg. Not two, not stones, not rocks. You point to several different areas, madam. You've got dents in 2 spots on your car.
There is one major dent. Those are pictures that I did take of several different ways because it's a black Expedition.
No, you're making circles in various places. One looks like on the bumper and one looks like on the side of the car.
There is on the side of the car scratches from what I brought it right over to get an estimate on this vehicle, and they noticed that there were from the egg or the stone, whatever it was that was thrown at my car. I know it was an egg, but it could have been something else with that because it scratched the side of my vehicle. It's a brand new vehicle, and I agree with you. I thought that it was a lot of money, but
it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money, and you're suing the wrong person for all this money.
My son's friends that were in the car know Mr. Marino's child.
Yes.
And he saw him do it.
Really? Who saw him do it? Raise your hand. Really? You saw him do it?
Yes.
This was during the day or at night?
It was at night.
What time at night?
I'd say around 9:30.
Who wants to go first? Perfect. Who are you?
My name is Brandon Castellano.
You know Juan?
I've never met them.
You've never met either one of them?
No.
And so tell me what you saw.
Like we were driving from San Diego, so we were coming home. I turned to the right, you know how you see people on the side when you're looking, and I seen someone throw the egg. I seen Junior Hector Moreno throw the egg.
You'd never seen him before?
No, but I can recognize him because I saw him.
Really?
Yes.
What was so clear about Mr. Moreno that you know it was Mr. Moreno as opposed to Juan?
Because I got a good look at him. He was wearing a white shirt.
So my question is, are you identifying him by virtue of the clothes he was wearing or his face?
Both. I've seen his face and his clothes.
When?
When I turned to the right and I seen him throw the egg.
When you went up to the house, did you go with your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you say to your mother?
I pointed him out and said that was the one that threw the egg.
Without question, you pointed him out?
Without question, I knew, without a doubt.
Is that right?
No. He came up to me and was cursing at me.
At you?
Yes.
Was he cursing at anybody else?
Him.
What was he saying to Juan?
Like the F word and all that, and something about Mexicans.
According to you, Ms. Castellano, you said in your complaint, my son and his friends got out of the car and told the other boys, not boys, that they saw them throw something at my car. Little Hector Moreno, Jr., that's you, said, I'm sorry. Did you say that?
I didn't say that.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Julie Castellano says 13-year-old Hector Moreno Jr. threw an egg at her car. She wants Hector Sr. to pay for the damage.
What did you say?
Nothing, because my dad came out and he said to go inside.
So what did your son tell you, Mr. Moreno?
When I heard something, that somebody was yelling outside of my house, I went out. They said, what happened? I asked them. They say...
Who's they?
Them. Juan, his brother, and another two boys that they were. And I say, what happened? And he says, I don't know. And
Who's
then
they? One boy is talking to you. Your son spoke to you.
My-
What did he say to you, Mr. Moreno?
I asked them.
You asked him. I want to know what you asked your son.
I asked my son, what happened?
And what did your son tell you?
He said, I don't know. He told me, I don't know. And I said, well, you don't know. What's happened with the car? Because I saw she was something in the car. He says, I don't know. I said, get into the house. And then Ms. Castellano, she says, your son threw an egg to my car. And I asked them who did it. And everybody was,
I don't know.
okay. And she says, there is the egg in my car, and you can feel the scratch in the chrome molding. And I say, it's okay. Take it to the car wash, and I pay for the car wash. Come
She
back
said
tomorrow.
you could see the scratch on the chrome molding,
Yes.
not on the side of the car.
No, she pointed me and she made me to feel the chrome molding. And I say, it's okay. Just take it to the car wash. You come back tomorrow, and during the day, we'll see the damage and we'll see what we can do. 3 days later, she sent me a bill for $2,500.
Out of the question. It's out of the question even if your son threw an egg at her car. But you lied to your father because you knew what happened with the car, right? When you said, I don't know anything. You knew what happened.
Yeah, and then I told my mom inside. I told her what happened.
But you lied to your father. Yes. Right?
Yes.
And you lied too when you said, I didn't know anything.
Because I was afraid.
Well, when did you finally tell the truth?
When he was like going to talk with us about the damage.
All right. What I want to see is the estimate that you have for this car, Mrs. Castellano.
I have the first estimate that I got.
Let me just take a look at it. I just want to see what these estimates generally look like. Point of impact, right front. 18 days to repair.
That's why I don't know if it was just an egg. I mean, I know I heard a thump, but it could have been a number of eggs. It could have been something because my car had nothing, no dent, no scratches in it before.
Ms. Castellano.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm looking at the damages that you are attributing to this one thud on your car, where, according to the defendant's father, and you agreed with that you actually walked over with him and made him touch where the goo was of the egg, right? You heard one thump, one. So unless there was some sort of rock or abrasive material plucked in this egg, which is highly doubtful, it was an egg that hit your car, not for $2,500 worth of damage on the bumper. It just doesn't happen. But in any event, I am not satisfied that this young man did it. I have another young man who acknowledges that he did. I think you ought to sue his family. And if the case comes before me, then we'll get down to more of the basics as to what kind of damage an egg causes to a car that requires 18 days to repair. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I have the witness here that actually saw little Mr. Hector Marino throw it.
He didn't do that. It was his friend.
And now the next case.
All parties on Ugarte versus Espedia. Step forward, please.
37-year-old shutter builder Yvonne Ugarte is suing her ex-boyfriend, 37-year-old carpenter Victor Espedia, for unpaid bail money and the cost of a new car engine.
Ms. Ugarte, you and the defendant were involved in a relationship.
Yes.
And your lawsuit seeks two things. First, the return of a loan that you made to him for bail money.
Yes.
And the second is for $1,300 that you paid for a new engine for his car or truck.
Yes.
How much was the bail?
Well, it was $1,010, but what he owes me is $810.
Your defense is you say that you were arrested on a domestic violence charge having nothing to do with the plaintiff. You were thoroughly prepared to stay in jail until your arraignment. You didn't ask her to bail you out, and therefore you don't feel as if you owe her the bail money.
That's correct.
Right? And as far as the car engine was concerned, it is your claim that you exchanged gifts. You bought her a ring, and she bought you an engine. So you're even.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
Were you living together at the time he was arrested?
Yes. He doesn't know this, but he's going to know now. He had a warrant, like he said, on domestic violence with his ex-mother of his other 5 kids. He was getting bad, using drugs with...
She's
okay.
lying.
Shh, just listen to me. Shh, don't know. He was arrested.
Okay, he was arrested.
Does he call you from jail?
Okay, yes, he called me at work.
And what did he say when he called you?
To go pick up $200 from his mother.
Right.
Okay, I came up with $300.
No.
Okay.
He told you to go pick up $200 from his mother.
And he wanted me to bail him out. So
I told her to wait.
Don't interrupt again. Look at me. Did you hear me?
I understand.
Perfect. Okay, so you went to his mother's house and you picked up $200.
Yes. And then I got $300 of my own.
Yes.
And I went and picked up my friend, Cynthia, who's also co-signed to bail him out.
How much money did you put in?
$300.
So how does he owe you $810?
Well, because that's how much I have to pay back to the bail's bond man. I have everything here.
Let me see.
And that's everything that I've paid so far as receipts.
Okay, so you paid the money?
Yes.
Did you have any conversations when he came home?
Yes, we did.
Like what?
That we were going to go to my friend Cindy's house and say thank you because she didn't have to do that.
Did you go over to Cindy's house with him?
Yes, we did.
And what did he say to Cindy?
He told her thank you because she was the one with the credit.
And what happened with that case?
I got work project.
Did that case go to trial?
No.
So you pled guilty?
Right.
But you appeared in court when you were supposed to?
I appeared in court 3 days after she bailed me out. That's
Fine.
when I was supposed to go to court.
I understand.
I asked her to wait until that court date to see if they were going to let me out or not.
That's
but
not
she went
true.
ahead and bailed me out anyways.
Did your mother give her $200?
Yes, she did.
Had you spoken to your mother from jail?
No.
Well, how did your mother know to give her the money?
I guess she called her.
You guess. Did you give your mother back the money?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Good. Perfect. And that wasn't even a loan. You see how we get to the truth? All right. Now let's get to the car engine. Tell me about the car engine, Miss Ugarte.
Okay, Victor and I had a deal that, which is all to benefit the family, had a baby coming, whatever, that if we went and got his engine for his truck,
that he would, in return, when I bought the transmission for my car, he would put the transmission in my car, buy me a small ring, no engagement ring, a rinky-dink ring, and a computer at his own time. He agreed to that.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Shh.
So.
What? Say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So we went down and we purchased the engine.
Okay.
Okay. A couple days later, he was to sign up for work project on this domestic violence. Well, he went out partying, took my car. He doesn't have a license. He has to go through DUI classes. Ended up with my car for the whole weekend. I was pregnant at the time, stressing. He went and did his little habit with his friends.
So
I was like, okay, I got to get that engine back. I went down there because I didn't have the receipt. I couldn't get it. He got it.
So he got the engine. Did he buy you the ring?
No.
Yes, I did.
No.
Did you buy a transmission for your car?
No, not yet. I didn't.
Well, let me explain what your problem is. You were going to buy a transmission for your car, and he was going to put it in your car, and that would be payment for the engine, right?
Yes.
You haven't bought the transmission for your car yet.
I didn't see a need to when he took off with the engine and he wasn't going to put it in, so I was going to have to throw it in a shop.
I didn't tell you I wasn't.
Okay?
I'm waiting for you to buy it.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Let me hear it again.
What? I'm sorry.
Perfect. Don't speak to her. Speak to me.
She's lying.
I don't think she's lying, sir.
Well,
I
Your
just
Honor-
don't, and you're not losing with regard to anything but the bail money so far. Bail money you lost, $810. That you have to give her back. You want her to stay in jail, you tell the jailer, don't take me out of here, I don't want to get bailed out. You don't do that, you pay the bail. You paid your mother, and she loves you. She doesn't love you anymore. How much was this ring he was supposed to buy you going to cost?
Not even over $50.
And what about the computer? Did you buy her a computer?
No, I didn't. Our deal was, she said, a ring or a computer.
Did you buy her either one?
Yes, I bought her a ring.
What kind of ring did you buy her?
It's a promise ring.
When did you buy it?
Valentine's Day last year.
And when did she buy the engine?
When-
Don't look at her. Look at me. When did she buy the engine for your
I
truck?
guess it was in December.
Was that before or after?
After.
After the promise ring.
Right.
Then you couldn't have made an agreement with her that you were going to buy her a promise ring in exchange for this engine. Do you understand?
Yes.
The dates don't match up. So you didn't buy her the computer,
No.
and you didn't buy her the ring.
Not yet.
I want it now.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Now, she says the ring, that you were going to spend only $50 for the ring. That's, should have said he was going to spend $500. That would have been better for you. How much does it cost to put in an engine?
$1,300 in the shop.
Just the
$1,200.
labor part.
Oh, I'm not even sure. Gosh.
Well, then how am I supposed to know?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
500. I don't know what the labor is.
Meanwhile, you haven't bought it, so he can't renege on that part of the contract. So, you know how to do that?
Yes.
So, that's part of it. But you would have at least spent $200 for a ring, right? You wouldn't
Yes.
buy her a ring
No.
for $50,
The other
right?
one was free
Right.
from his mom.
Right?
Right.
Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $1,010. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He sold his son, 3 weeks old son, out for an engine.
Her boss was supposed to bought the
If
transmission
she bought
for
the
her car.
transmission, I'll put it in.
He reneged by using drugs with this friend right here.
She wants a ring, I'll buy her a ring.
I hope he lives with that engine for 18 years because there's no way him being a drug addict is he coming near my son again.
Donna, for this. Thank you. All right. Desiree, you were in school.
Yes, ma'am.
You had a cell phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what happened.
School was over. We were all hanging out outside. She came up to me and asked if her friend could use it, and Yesenia Hernandez.
And you said?
I said, yeah, and I walked over there with her and gave him the cell phone.
Gave who the cell phone?
Krista.
And?
And then she used it, and I was over standing a couple feet away talking to some friends, and then she went up to Brianna, or Krista, and said, Desi said I can use her cell phone, and then she walked away with it.
What?
I went up to Desiree and asked if I could use her cell phone, and she said I could.
Just a second. What you say in your answer is You went up to Desiree and asked if you could use her cell phone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that what happened?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she said?
Yes.
And did you use her cell phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who did you call?
I called my grandmother and my mom.
Okay. Did she call you from the cell phone?
Yes, she did. You're
Good.
right.
And then what did you do?
And then I remember giving it back to her.
That's not what you say in your answer. So get it together. You said in your answer, I used the cell phone, and then my friend asked if they could make a call too. You remember saying that?
Yes.
Now you remember that?
Yes.
Better? And you let your friend have the phone.
Yes, because she said they could.
Just a minute. That's what you said. You said then you gave the phone. You want me to read it to you, what you said? You said, quote, I passed the phone to my friends and left school. That's what you wrote. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know you're 100% sure that it's true.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you say, I have no idea who had it last after I left school.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right? So your defense is, it's not my fault. My two other friends had the phone. Let her go find out where the phone is. That's your defense. Wrong! Step up. Do you understand why she's wrong?
No, Your Honor.
Well, maybe I can help you, because I gather you don't understand why she's wrong. So maybe I can give you a lesson. Do you want a car?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a best friend?
Yes, I do.
What's your best friend's name? You don't have to think so hard. If you have a best friend, your best friend has to have a name, madam. What's your best friend's name?
Becky.
Becky? Becky comes to you and says, Stacy, I have an emergency. Can I borrow your car for a half hour? Right?
Yes.
Say, sure, you know, my best friend. Take the car keys and you give her the car. Say, use it, you know, just bring it back. And Becky leaves, takes the car, and when she's out, she finishes her emergency, and she runs into her friend, Charlie. Charlie says, you know what? You got a car. I really need a car. Could I borrow the car to go to OTB? And your best friend, Becky, says, sure, take the car. And he takes the car, and he wraps it around the tree. You think Becky's responsible for your car?
Yes.
Of course. Because you loaned the car to
Becky.
She loaned the phone to your daughter. Your daughter had the responsibility of returning the phone to her. She didn't do it. Now do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. How much did you pay for the phone?
It was $199.99, Your Honor.
Perfect. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All I know is she took the phone and they're going to pay us for it.
Everyone's been coming up to me and asking me if I stole it.
I had approximately 4 eyewitnesses to her stealing the phone.
And I know I didn't.
Went to juvenile services, and I believe she was put on probation for it.
Yeah, maybe it was her responsibility, but like I said, she didn't take the phone.
I think parents need to be more responsible for their children's actions.
Gentleman Carpenter.
According to your complaint, you and the defendant had dated. He got himself arrested for falling behind in his child support. You agreed to bail him out. The bail was $1,100. I don't know if that was the bail or what he owed in back child support. What was it?
It was what was owed.
So she gave you the money to support your child.
Yes.
How old is your child?
She is 7.
Does she live with you?
No, she lives with her parent, or her other parent.
So you paid his portion of his child support so that he could get out of jail, $1,100, with the following arrangement. And the arrangement was that since he didn't have money, he was going to fix your father's roof.
Yes.
Is that right?
That was the agreement, yes, after I got out of jail.
And once you got out of jail, you did not fix her father's roof. And you have what you consider the perfect defense for why you didn't fulfill your end of your obligation. So, sir, Officer Bird and I are all ears.
All right. The main reason why I'm not going to pay her back now, or didn't think that I owed her any money.
Listen, I want you to start this way so that you really don't irritate me. The reason that I believe I have a legitimate defense,
All right.
not the reason I'm not going to pay it back now or never.
All right. The reason I do not believe I need to owe her this amount of money is I get laid off every winter. Well, unemployment only pays a percentage of my child support, so...
Listen to me. Because you're in construction and things got slow and you got laid off, there are other kinds of jobs that you can do if you have a 7-year-old child that you have to support, other than collecting unemployment. You can wait tables, you can wash dishes, you can collect cans. There are a lot of other things that you do. So I have no sympathy for you.
Well,
so get to your defense.
Okay, my defense is afterwards she ended up going out, unbeknownst to me, she found out where my ex-wife lived. And me and my ex-wife, we had a vehicle that was purchased with us together for me to ride back and forth to work when we were married. Well, my ex-wife made an arrangement with me to sign it over into my name, and I was driving it back and forth to work, getting ready to assume payments. Well, before even a month went by, Michelle, she ended up filing a suit against me.
On what date did she bail you out? Did she pay your child?
I don't remember the exact date.
What month?
May 12th.
And on what date did you start to work on her father's roof?
I haven't yet because I was trying to...
And on what date did you file this lawsuit?
I believe it was July 3rd.
So between May 12th, when you got out of jail, and July 3rd, you hadn't started working on her father's roof?
No, because I was working at my job.
Who cares?
She made it an explicit comment, don't worry about it, do it when you have time. Exact words out of her mouth.
I still don't hear it. Do you hear a defense anywhere?
Well,
anywhere
she ended up making me
stew,
lose this vehicle, so I ended up missing 8 days of work.
How did she cause you to lose the vehicle?
She went to my ex-wife's house, and my ex-wife became furious, took the vehicle back, and just decided to sell it or do whatever. I have documentation from my boss
Who
proving that I
cares
missed
whether
8
you
days
lost
of work.
8 days of work? I don't care whether you should. If you lost 8 days of work, you should have done her father's roof. Then you fulfill your obligation.
No vehicle means no transportation to go do a job.
Let me ask you this question, sir. Are you telling me that you stayed in your house for 8 days? You had enough food and water and sustenance, you didn't go out of your house?
Well, pretty much, yeah. I had no vehicle to go nowhere, so that means I did not go anywhere.
Did you call her father and say, I don't have a car, come and pick me up, and I'll come over and do your roof all day?
No, I only talked to Michelle.
You know, you have an excuse for everything. You have an excuse for why you didn't pay child support. You have an excuse for why you didn't fulfill your obligation pursuant to your agreement with her. You have an excuse why you can't get out of bed in the morning.
I get up 4:30 every morning and go to work.
Then if you went to work at your other job, and if you didn't want to go and fix her father's roof, you give her back her $1,100. Let me put it to you this way, sir. Between 5/12 and 7/3, if you didn't go and fix her father's roof, how much did you pay her back each week of the $1,100?
0.
You got my drift.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Now, you talked about an ex-wife, sir. Is that the person who was the mother of your 7-year-old?
No, she is not.
Do you have a child with that person?
No, I do not.
And that's your only child, I
That is
assume?
my only child.
Thank God for small favors.
And later today,
You say that you loaned a cosmetics case to the defendant. It was yours. She won't return it. She says it's her case. And Bird really cares about this.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Michelle Davis says, when ex-boyfriend Charles Diemenkowski was arrested for unpaid child support, she helped him out and paid off the debt.
Now listen to me. You know what your problem is? The problem is you made a stupid deal. I wouldn't want him fixing my roof.
I don't want him to fix it.
Well, I know you don't want to, but that was the agreement you made.
Right, because...
Miss Davis, that was the agreement that you made with him. That was very dumb.
I know.
So I have to be able to look at the facts here and say, do I have confidence that if I direct this man to fulfill his obligation to do your father's roof pursuant to your agreement that he's going to do it? And am I going to stand over him with a whip to make sure he does it? The answer is, I'm not going to do that. So I have to find some balance. I have to find some way of making you whole because he's full of baloney. Right? He's got every excuse under the sun. He's a user. Now, you talked about an ex-wife, sir. Is that the person who was the mother of your 7-year-old?
No, she is not.
Do you have a child with that person?
No, I do not.
And that's your only child, I
That is
assume?
my only child.
Thank God for small favors. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,100. I wouldn't let him fix my roof. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He told me not to call him anymore, and his roommate threatened me.
She only went out for one reason, to go be vindictive to my ex-wife.
This is his ex-wife, and we're friends, and I didn't cause a problem.
She never met my ex-wife before this, ever.
I think he's a user.
Hopefully never see him again, big black wall, that'll be fine.
Just be careful who you trust.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Branlund versus Evans. Step forward, please.
19-year-old makeup artist Sarah Branlund is suing her ex-best friend 19-year-old Angela Evans for the return of her makeup case.
All right, this major case is all about a cosmetics case. A whole bunch of makeup. You say that you loaned a cosmetics case to the defendant. It was yours. She won't return it. She says it's her case. And Bird really cares about this. Where's the case?
The case is with me.
I'd like to see it.
Me too.
Oh. Here's the pictures. The pictures are here.
That's all you got? I'll take a look at pictures.
And it's just the one that the arrow's pointing to.
Okay. I assume that this is your business. You either sell or promote or do something with these, because these look like makeup testers. Is that right?
Correct.
Freebies given away by somebody. Tell me how it's yours. Tell me how she got possession of it.
Me and Angie both worked at Macy's, and for a selling drive, sometimes we would be able to get other things in return for selling an amount of products. Angie worked for Lancome. I worked for Shiseido. Scott, the cosmetic manager at Macy's, did give us Lancome cases because we achieved a high amount of
When you said us, what do you mean us? The two of you?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So to be able to actually be able to take out something out of the department, we get an exit pass at Macy's. It's right here. It's the receipt showing that the foundation case and an eyeshadow case was given to me. Here's a picture of an eyeshadow case, and it describes below all the items in the foundation case, which I do still have items of that I didn't actually let her borrow because they were my colors of my skin.
Okay, so let me get this straight. What you're showing me is when you walk out of the store where you work, you have to have something that shows that you're not stealing
Exactly,
anything.
yes.
Okay. And this is showing me that you didn't steal what you walked out with.
Yes.
When was this? August of '02. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And according to this picture, there are some foundations missing, and according to you lent her the foundation kit absent the stuff that you use because you use it, so you didn't want to have that out of your possession. You use it for your own personal use.
Exactly.
Okay, when did you lend it to her?
And around May of 2003. It was for a wedding that she was about to do.
Well, tell me about it.
Me and her were really good friends, and we worked together on different makeup events. And so we always tried to help each other out. And so I let her borrow the foundation case because she didn't actually have a foundation case. She has a blush, lipstick, and other, etc.
When did you ask for it back?
It was actually after the argument that we had. We had a very, very bad argument. It was just kind of like girl stupid stuff, I guess. And we were at her house when we had the argument. I drove off very mad. And then when I realized that when I drove off that she still had my foundation case, and so I let my boyfriend call her and tell her that I would like that back, and we can also exchange clothes, that me and her sometimes borrowed clothes from each other.
This is the boyfriend?
Yes.
Step up. Tell me your name.
Hans Swanberg.
When did you call Miss Evans?
On the night that they got in a fight.
Do you know what day that was?
Yes, I do.
5/14.
It was May 14th.
And what did you say to Miss Evans when you called her?
Well, I tried to be smooth at first because my goal was to get the makeup case back.
I asked you what you said to her.
I said that I understand that you got in a fight, and I'm sure you guys will get over it because they've had fights in the past and they always get over it. And I said, I understand that you have some items of Sarah's, and I said specifically the makeup case, and she said, yes, I do have that. And then I also said that Sarah has some of your items too, like clothes, and I asked if she wanted to meet to exchange those items because Sarah did not want to go meet her because they had gotten in a fight and she did not want to see her.
And what did Miss Evans say?
She agreed to meet the following day, and I was to call her sometime when I was at work and discuss when we were going to meet that night.
And did you?
I did.
And what happened when you called?
Her friend answered the phone, and she said Angie wasn't available, at which point I heard laughter in the background, a female voice and a male voice, and then they just hung up.
Okay. Is there any other evidence that you want to present
No.
to me? Good. Perfect. Sit down. Now I'll hear you.
Okay. As she said, I worked for Lancome. She worked for Shiseido. We were getting new tester units in, so my manager, whom I have here today, Connie Noel, divided the tester units between myself and another coworker of Lancome, not Shiseido, because they usually don't cross-sign out products to different people. And so I took them home, and I use them for different events, such as weddings, and I've done like a photo shoot and stuff with them. And basically,
Try looking at me.
I let her borrow the foundation unit.
Tell me how that happened.
Well, she said that she wanted to borrow the unit, and I said, yeah, you can have it for a period of time. I gave the unit to her.
When was this?
That was about a month after I took the units home, around September.
And when did she return the unit to you?
I got it back. She had it for a while.
Yeah.
I got it back the end of April, because I did the wedding in July. It was my cousin's wedding.
You want to say anything to me before I get in?
Yeah, this is cases number 279 and 280 on the calendar in the matter of Aton versus Davis. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
I have two cases here. One is really a cross complaint. Mrs. Aton, we're going to deal with your case first.
Yes.
You and the defendant are Brownie troop leaders.
Yes.
Which is part of the Girl Scouts. And how long have you known each other?
Approximately 2 years.
How long have you both been troop leaders?
A year.
Everybody knows about Brownie cookies. Your daughter and her troop would sell cookies, and you would turn the money over to Miss Davis to put in the bank.
Her daughter was also in the trip, too.
Yes. Give her the money. She had the bank account. She'd put the money in the bank account, and then when it was all over, you would write a check to the Girl Scout Council for the cookies. And it is your claim that you gave her a substantial amount of money.
Yes.
After the sale. It was not all deposited in the account.
Right.
As a result of which the Girl Scout Council met and said they couldn't decipher where this money was, but since they delivered these dozens of boxes of cookies to both of you, you would each be responsible for half of the money.
Right.
You are suing Miss Davis for the half that you had to pay.
Yes.
Because you said, I gave her the money.
Yes.
How much money do you claim you gave her?
I gave her a total of $984.
Did you give her this money all at one time?
Yes, I did. My daughter was with me when I did that.
Over what period of time had you accumulated this $984?
3 days.
Who opened the bank account?
Maureen did.
In whose name?
Both of ours.
How many times had deposits been made in that account?
There was 1, 2, 3.
Who made the deposits?
Maureen made 2, I made 1.
So out of the 3 deposits, you made 2?
I remember making 1. If there's 2 down there, then I made 2.
Let me see what you have.
I was not able to get a hold of the bank records. They were subpoenaed.
Now, it is your claim, Miss Davis.
Here.
It is your claim, Miss Davis, that she did not give you $984.
Exactly.
How much did she give you?
She came to my house after what we call the last booth sale they were selling outside one of the supermarkets. And what she did is she had borrowed my daughter's wagon to haul the cookies around with. She came to my house after it was done, excited that they were all gone. She handed me a pencil box full of money and asked me to deposit this money.
I asked you for a deposit slip.
Wait a second. Wait. Let her tell a story, and then I'll come back to you. Okay?
She had no idea how much money was in this box. My husband and I sat down.
So she gave you a box?
She gave me her daughter's pencil box where they had used to put the money out for the sale that they were doing. This was a 1-day sale, not a 3-day sale. Yeah. Then my husband and I sat and counted it, divided all the 1s by 20s, paper clipped them all, and that's what I deposited in the bank.
And do you know how much that was?
I believe it was $236.
Now, let's get to the box. Did you bring money in a box?
Yes.
Was the money in the box separated as to bill denomination?
I had put 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s.
Are you sure?
Yes, because that was the only way to make easiest change.
How many people were involved in this sale?
Maureen was supposed to show up at
the sale. No, how many people were actually involved with you in this sale on that day?
On that day, we had 1 other parent.
Now explain to me exactly how this worked. You set up outside a supermarket on
Yeah.
a table?
We didn't have a table. We just had the wagon. The people said what kind they wanted. They gave the girls the cash. The girls gave it to me. I counted what needed to go back, and I handed it to the girls, and they handed it to their customer.
When do you claim, I want you to listen to me very carefully,
Okay.
was the last time you counted the money that you turned over to the defendant?
It was probably about 2 hours prior to us leaving. I wasn't sure what time we were going to leave.
Leave where?
Leave Sam Clubs. We were there from 10 o'clock to like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
And you brought all the money with you for the 3 days?
All except for $207, which was in my wet bar. And I asked her for a deposit slip, and her reply was, I can't find the bank stuff right now, so I'll get it to you when I can. And I said, all right. And then she said, with all that money laying around, I would spend it. I don't do that. That's not me.
Why didn't you make the deposit yourself?
I didn't have any of the bank stuff. It all was mailed to her house. She had all the bank access, not me.
Well, you did make one deposit yourself.
After she gave me a deposit slip.
Okay, but you can go into a bank.
They wouldn't receive the money without original deposit slip for the bank.
Oh, no. That's ridiculous. Well, Miss Aton, that's ridiculous. If you go in with your account number, listen to me, if you go into a bank with your account number.
I didn't have the account number.
We didn't have
I
anything.
didn't have anything.
But you could have. I mean, it wasn't a secret. You said, give me the account number, then
Right.
and you can do it. Then you don't even have to keep money in your wet bar, a couple $100 in your wet bar.
But mine got deposited.
Well, she deposited money. She says that you gave her $236 in cash.
I gave her more than that.
I understand that you say you gave her that. But she did, in fact, deposit $236 in cash.
It's
no?
not in here.
Did you deposit it?
Yes, I did. I deposited what I had.
You said it was $236.
I believe it was around $236.
It's not registered on there that I could see.
What date?
I'm not sure the date. It was one of the dates her husband at school one day came up to me and asked me if I had deposited the money. I told him that I had. I was actually on my way to the bank to do that.
You lied about it.
Listen, Mr. Aton, don't shout out that you don't want me to think you're a hothead, do you?
Well, I can be. Everybody can be sometimes. But I'll restrain myself.
Well, I would like to have some proof, Miss Davis, that you did in fact deposit the $236.
I haven't seen any of the deposits that had been done. I tried
No,
to get a copy.
this was a deposit that you made.
Right.
You went to the bank, you deposited $236. You got a receipt. Where's the receipt?
I do not have the receipt, Your Honor.
What'd you do with it?
I gave it to Mrs. Aton.
No, you did not.
Just a second. Hey.
I handed her all the paperwork with all the receipts.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She was aware of this, Your Honor.
I don't care whether they're aware of it, madam. You're not even dealing with your money. It belongs to the Girl Scout Council of America. And you don't do anything in that fiduciary capacity that is illegal. You got it?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Marcelinda Aton says fellow Brownie troop leader Maureen Davis stole the proceeds from the troop's cookie sale. Maureen denies the charge and says the Atons are harassing her.
You have a problem. At least with $236, you have a problem. You have a problem with $236 because you knew you were coming to court today, not only on her complaint, but on a cross complaint that you had. You've had months to resolve this issue, and you could have easily said to the bank, I want a copy of the receipt for my $236.
I had asked for a copy of the stuff, but apparently they were subpoenaed and the bank went through their lawyers, and I was told that I could not be issued those.
Oh, that's baloney. It is going to be, Ms. Aton, absolutely impossible to ascertain whether the money was taken out of your cash box.
Does that also give her the right to forge my name on the bank documents and on here?
On where?
On the bank authority for the council, too. And she even misspelled my name.
Your Honor, can I say something?
This is not an issue at hand, and if she wants to proceed
and
this.
That is the reasoning that the council decided to only have me pay half.
Tell her what we saw at the bank.
That's not correct.
And at the bank, they would not give me any more of the statements and stuff because they realized that my name was forged also on the bank stuff.
You mean as an owner of the account?
Yeah.
And I can explain that, Your Honor.
Let me hear you.
I had gone into the bank and opened up our checking account for the Girl Scouts because they needed it to be open. I opened it with my own money. At that time, the signature card sat in the bank for at least 3 weeks. Mrs. Aton would not or did not go in to sign the signature card.
Why didn't you bring one out and give it? Shut up! Why didn't you pick up the signature card and give it to her and say, sign this off and I'll bring it back to the bank?
Because we very rarely saw each other in the morning.
What,
her
morning,
husband
afternoon? A bank card could be signed morning, afternoon, evening.
She knows where I
You
live.
can't sign somebody else's name to an account.
But she had told me to do, Your Honor, and it came from her. I didn't even know her name was Marcelinda. I've always known her as Marcy.
No.
She asked.
Go ahead.
She asked me to sign her name to that so that the bank account could get opened. I did that. Now I realize. After
Where did you do
doing
that?
this-
In the bank?
In the bank.
Are you telling me you sat before a bank officer and they allowed you to sign somebody else's name?
I did.
Well, you did. And this is the same bank that wouldn't give you a copy of your deposit slip of $236 that would allow you to sit there and forge somebody's signature in a bank document?
No.
Come on, Miss Davis. It all doesn't sound very kosher to me. In any event, I have $236 that is unaccounted for. Can't account for the rest. I'm not prepared to find that she's a thief. Forged your name. She says it was with the bank's consent. That's very stupid.
Yes, I realized that after the fact that it probably wasn't something that should have been done.
Absolutely.
But we were friends, and I didn't think anything of it when she asked me to do this.
Yeah, you don't do that. I mean, I don't open an account by forging the name of my children. I don't care whether you're your friend or not. You just don't open an account that way.
She was aware of this, Your Honor.
I don't care whether they're aware of it, madam. You're not even dealing with your money. You have a fiduciary relationship towards this money. It is not yours. It belongs to the Girl Scout Council of America. And you don't do anything in that fiduciary capacity that is illegal. It is illegal to open an account with a forged name. You got it? I don't care, friends, not friends. This is a business. All right. Switch places.
Yep.
Your cross complaint is for harassment.
Yes, ma'am.
You're claiming that the defendant, Mr. Aton, who has an acknowledged hot temper and who's going to uncross his arms as we speak, has harassed you in front of your child. Tell me about it.
It started the end of school year last year when this money went missing. The first episode he did was in front of my daughter and in front of a bunch of parents, and I was furious at the point that he would do this in front of everybody. I left school and I went to Mrs.
What did he do?
He sat there and yelled and called me a thief, a liar, every four-letter word you can think of.
Where was this?
At the school where we pick up our daughters.
Where at the school?
Right in front of where their classroom is where we
Inside
pick
the
them up.
school?
Inside the school grounds.
Well, tell me exactly what he said to you.
He came up to me and he called me a thief, called me a liar, told me he was going to get me, that I stole this money, and my daughter and I proceeded to walk away, where he just proceeded to follow us and kept calling us names.
I believe he did that.
And I went to his
I
wife's
didn't have to
work.
ask him. I believe he did it. He can't contain himself here.
I went to his wife's work where I sat my daughter down in a little play area they have there and asked to speak with her. We went in the back. I told his wife what had happened, and she was appalled. She started crying. She apologized. She came out to my daughter and apologized. And she told my daughter, she would talk to him, that he wasn't being very nice. And
I believe that too. Right?
I did say that.
Just
to
a second.
keep her working
Good
with
job.
me.
Stand up here, please. Ms. Aton, let's be very honest with each other. So far,
yes,
we're getting somewhere. She did come to your place of work and say that there was
Yelling
a...
across my platform with a bunch of customers in it.
Absolutely not.
And she said Bill was ready to kick Dan's... Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, honey.
You want to go inside for a minute?
I don't think you're following me, Ms. Aton. My point is, immediately after she saw your husband at the school, she came to your place of employment very upset, right?
Right.
And you did have a discussion.
Yes.
All that leads me to believe that this actually occurred at the school. All right?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it goes much deeper than that. Much deeper. Insults, slandering my child.
He even went up to my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, and told her that her mommy was no good.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Brownie Troop Leader Maureen Davis is suing her co-leader's husband, Dan Aton, for harassment.
What else?
Mr. Aton came up to me with his fists clenched and started proceeding to yell and scream at me in front of another parent. The parent.
What did he say?
He proceeded then to call me a lion and proceeded to tell me that I was a thief and I was no good. And I asked him, I was talking to another parent, I politely asked him to leave me alone, and he would not. The other parent then walked away. I asked him again to leave me alone. At that time, my daughter, we were right in front of my daughter's classroom where the door was open, and he would not leave. When my daughter came out, I took my daughter, I proceeded to walk away to the crosswalk. He proceeded to follow me and said, "You'll get yours," and he walked away. This happened every day when I went to school. He had something nasty to say every single day, until the fact that he even went up to my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, and told her that her mommy was no good. I went to the police department 3 times. The first day of school I went, right after this happened, because my daughter was terrified.
Okay. According to what I read here, there is some indication that you did get a restraining order against
Yes, I
him.
did.
When was that?
On October 13th.
Do you have a copy of that restraining order?
Yes, I do.
May I see it, please? There has not been a hearing yet on this.
It's on the 27th.
Well,
they
I
made
can't-
me get an emergency at the police
Listen to me.
department.
Do you have an attorney?
No.
Well, you will, I'm sure, get one. I am not going to take your testimony here today with regard to these allegations of harassment, sir. Do you understand? Because there is currently an action pending, and according to this, you are in the interim not to go near the plaintiff, her husband, her child, and stay 100 yards away from all of those people, their place of work, their place of residence, et cetera, et cetera. Now, that was done on an ex-parte basis, so the court had absolutely no information from your side as to whether any of these allegations were
Yes,
true.
I haven't been able to say anything about it. She's been able
Did
to...
you understand?
Yes.
You will have your chance after you speak to an attorney. You got it?
Yes.
I have to dismiss the harassment complaint. You can refile it after the action is concluded in the Superior Court, but I'm not going to put him in the position of having to testify without benefit of counsel here when he has a current action pending. I suggest you get a lawyer, Mr. Aton. You're going to need one, because if you have a hot temper, and there is no question in my mind that with what I've seen today, that there may be some validity to her complaints, that if she gets a restraining order against you and you violate it, you could go to jail.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She acknowledges that you gave her $236.
Okay.
She cannot present to me any proof from her bank, the bank that permitted her to forge your signature on a signature card, according to her, yet would not give her a copy of the receipts. So I'm perfectly comfortable on your complaint awarding you $236.
People can be provoked, Your Honor.
I didn't provoke you here,
No,
sir.
I'm not
Nothing
saying-
here provoked you.
No.
Nothing here provoked you. But I could tell that you are easily provoked. You're easily provoked because you think that this is a major deal. We're talking about money. We're not talking about
No,
your health.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It goes much deeper than that. Much deeper. Insults, slandering my child. I'm very protective of my family. I almost lost all 3 of them. Almost lost her to cancer. Almost lost my youngest.
So if you are smart and you know that this is money, and you have your wife, and she has her health, right? Money. Not important. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She just didn't want to face the fact that she didn't deposit the money.
I think they were having problems at the time, and that's something that they needed that was between the two of them, and unfortunately I got in the middle of a marital problem.
Just hope nobody ever comes up against her.
I'm just glad it's over with and that I can go to school with my head held high and not be called.
Ask her any other questions?
Sure.
Tell me your name.
I'm Connie Noel. As her manager, I professionally dispersed them. She got them put together, and I told her...
What do you mean she got them put together?
Well,
What
we
is
had
that?
them in the back stock area, and I told her to get them together, the ones that she wished to take, and that she should take them up to her car. So she took them out to her car.
Which testers did she take out to her car?
The 5 that are showing on the picture.
And which ones did the plaintiff take?
I didn't give her any.
Why is that?
Well, she doesn't work for Lancome. She worked for Shiseido.
And these are all Lancome products?
Correct.
Interesting. Becomes a little more complicated. Why would they give you Lancome products if you work for Shiseido?
I understand that Scott did give us these units without Connie knowing, actually. I don't think he wanted her to know that Lancome things were going to other people.
Scott worked for you?
He was the general cosmetic manager, so he was my manager also.
He was your manager also?
Yes.
Have a seat.
He didn't work there.
Now it's getting better. So it's like a puzzle. Miss Evans, you got this back in April. Did you continue to be friends and work
yes.
together?
Yeah.
In April?
Mm-hmm. We were friends up until... Can I give you a little briefing?
No.
No.
I just want you to answer my question.
Okay.
Were you friends in April?
Yes.
When she gave you back the tester unit?
Correct. Yep.
Miss Evans, let me tell you what I think your problem is, at least your problem with me. It is clear to me from the photograph that you presented to me that a substantial number of products are missing. Makeup is missing. And if I were going to do a wedding, I would want to make sure that I had all my products with me from the tester, just in case I needed them. You got this tester back in April, and you continued to be her friend in April up until May when you had an argument about something else wholly unrelated to the tester.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
It would be common sense for you to say to her in April, I need all the makeup back just for the purposes of doing the wedding, and then I'll give it back to you if you want it. But there was no discussion about that, Miss Evans.
Well, actually what I did is there's a lot of doubles, duplicates of the, like, Ivory Zero is a foundation color. There can be 3 of them in there. And what I did is I took the units to the house and did like a test run on the ladies so that if I needed those products, I could ask her for the products back. I did not realize that they were gone. I honestly didn't.
Listen, I'm not a cosmetician. I realize they're gone.
When you get testers, they're not necessarily all there because they've been on the counters for about 3 years. I mean, people walk by the counters, they steal different. They're not. It's not fully stocked, is what I'm saying. When I took it out, there wasn't every single color in there.
So what you're telling me is these were incomplete testers that already had been used. Is that right?
Correct. They were on the counter for at least 2 years.
At least 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So then my question to you is, why are you people bothering me?
That's my question too.
Quite frankly, I don't necessarily believe you. Her story sounds far more plausible than yours. And I don't think, with all deference to you, that you know what's his name?
Scott.
Scott did with all the testers. There's certainly some credibility that I hear in his voice when he says, I called her and said, let's make an exchange. She has some of your clothes and you have the tester. So I don't necessarily believe you. Do you understand? But that doesn't mean that you're entitled to $850 because you didn't spend $850. You got the makeup that you use out of the tester, is that right?
Yes.
Are you just here because you're angry with her?
No, because I would have dropped this whole thing a long time ago. It's been a lot of drama for like 2 months.
Listen to me. We're not talking about an item that you spent any money for. We're talking about something that's now at least 3 years old, that a whole bunch of people have put all over their skin, right? Because it's been out in a department store that has absolutely no value. So the $850 that you're suing for, forget it. Do you understand? All right?
The items,
so tell me what the drama is.
Half the items have not been used in those cases. So when I do wedding...
Is that the drama that we're talking about? Is that what you want me to become exercised about?
No.
She used to be a friend. She's not your friend anymore. This amounts to nothing. You have to grow up. How old are you?
19.
You still working at Macy's?
No.
Where are you working?
I'm a freelance artist right now.
Doing what?
Just doing makeup events for special events and stuff like that.
Okay. And I assume that you have your own kit.
Since this, I do have to buy new foundations because half of them have been lost.
Well, if I were you and if I were doing makeup for a lot of different people, I would like nice new makeup anyway, not makeup that's 3 years old, right?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She
just wants to stay in my life, and I'm glad now that we can drop it.
She threatened to beat me up.
I'll probably never have to talk to her again. I really respect Judge Judy's decision.
Angie's a compulsive liar. I'm glad she was finally exposed.
There's just a lot of anger in her.
I'm just glad that this whole thing is over.
She wants to do things that'll make me angry and that'll kind of get to me.
Just move on with my life. It's not, I'm just going to get over it.
Bruce versus West. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
All right, the facts in this case are relatively simple. What is your first name?
My name is Kira Bruce.
Kira, you are 17 years old.
Yes.
Decided you wanted a tattoo.
Correct.
You went to the defendant's tattoo parlor.
Sure. That's acceptable.
And presented him with a fake ID and got your tattoo.
Yes.
Then you came home and your mother had a Shrek. You know what a Shrek is? She had a fit.
Good. I thought that was a movie.
Well, somebody took the word and made a movie out of it. But she had a fit. And you and your mother are suing the defendant because your mother believes that he should pay for at least half of the cost of removing the tattoo. Is that what this case is about?
That's exactly what it's about.
Easy. I have a few questions. When did you get the tattoo, Kira?
The beginning of October.
Had you ever had a tattoo before?
I had started one a few days before I got the one at Body Bazaar, yes.
You mean you started one but didn't finish it?
Correct.
At a different tattoo parlor?
Correct.
Why didn't you finish it?
I was nervous and I just kind of got up and paid him and left.
Okay. So the beginning of October you got this tattoo. What does it say? What is it?
It's my last name. It's
Bruce?
Yes. And then
You don't have a boyfriend named Bruce?
No.
Yeah, she told us.
We don't shout out in court. Now, when you went in, did you go in alone? Were you with someone else?
I was alone.
And you saw the defendant?
Oh, I never met Dave West until it all came back with my parents.
Okay. You saw somebody else who worked in the shop?
Yes.
Is that person in court today?
Yes.
Which one? Raise your hand.
Both of them?
You. Were you the one who did the work?
Yep, did the verse tattoo on her, yes.
Okay, could you step up, please? Tell me your name.
Kevin Augustine. How you doing?
Don't ask me questions.
Kevin
I ask questions.
Augustine.
Augustine.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Augustine, when Kira came into the shop, did you ask her for identification?
Yeah, that's normal procedure.
What did you say to her?
They give us California driver's license and then fill out a consent form.
Do you have her form?
Yeah, we do.
May I have it, please?
There's two separate ones for the two different dates that she came in.
She came in on 2 dates.
2 different occasions.
So you didn't finish on the first date and she came back?
No, she started the tattoo at a tattoo studio a few doors down. Then she came to us and got the tattoo she had started at the other studio. She
Finished.
got colored in. Then about a
came
month,
back for
maybe
the
about a
second
month
one.
later, she came back in, brought the same ID, presented her ID, and got a whole nother separate tattoo.
Okay. Do you have the driver's license that you presented to the defendants when you
It was not a driver's license, it was a California ID.
California ID.
Yes, we do have that, and if you'll note, the height, the weight, and the face don't match my daughter. Also, on the consent form that she signed, the person going in actually fills out the information. On the first copy of October 1st, her date of birth is listed as 8/19/01. On the consent form dated October 3rd, it's 9/18/83.
Oh, okay.
So,
Not very hard. Now, she came home to see you, and she showed you the tattoo?
no, she didn't actually. I had been in Southern California for 9 weeks caring for my father, who just recently passed away.
Who was staying with her?
Her father and her brother. But when I returned home, my house was a shambles, you know, teenagers and a dad that eats pizza. So I happened to stroll through her room, and I looked down on the floor, and I saw a letter. It was folded, and I picked it up, and it said, "I love my tattoo," in a little heart. So I thought, I better read the rest of this letter. And I said, "Dear James, sorry. I hope you're not mad at me for getting another tattoo." And then I ricocheted off of the walls. And so when I picked her up from dance that evening, I confronted her about it, and she showed me these tattoos. Then after that, we went to visit the tattoo parlors.
Miss Bruce, I'm going to stop you there. When are you going to be 18, Kara?
September 3rd.
Not so far away. Do you still like your tattoos?
Yes, I do.
Now, your mother wants you to have them removed. Is that a painful procedure?
Yes.
Look, She got these false IDs. I'm not going to even ask her where she got these IDs from. She presented them. She doesn't look as if she's 12 years old. She certainly looks as if she could be over the age of 18. And as long as she acknowledges, and I have certainly here in writing, she signed giving her consent, indicating, swearing to the fact that she was over the age of 18. Sometimes people, when they write their date of birth, transpose the current year, 01, for their actual date of birth. The answer is yes. So they did what they were supposed to do. The only one who didn't do what they were supposed to do was your daughter.
Okay.
Your daughter. And your daughter is 17. In less than a year, she's going to be 18. She's going to be of the age of majority. Why wouldn't you, instead of bringing this lawsuit against the defendants, say to your daughter, you have to accept responsibility for what you did. You either got or passed off a fake ID. You knew that you weren't supposed to do this. This is something that in our house, in any event, we would oppose, and you did it anyway. And you did it in a sneaky fashion. Now you've got these tattoos. If you want to have them removed, get a job, pay for them to have them removed when you're 18. We're not talking about a 6-year-old child. We're talking about someone who is 7 or 8 months away from being a legal adult. Why do you think that these people are responsible?
It was my understanding that she did not show an ID to Kevin, that the only person who saw her ID at any time in this tattoo parlor was an apprentice by the name of Andrew or Dave.
Doesn't make any difference, Mrs. Bruce. Someone at the tattoo parlor said to her, can I see your ID? She said, yes, here's my ID. Then they had her fill out a form. Now, the person who actually did the tattoo didn't have to recheck, just as if you go into a hospital and you're having surgery, you go into an admitting office. In the admitting office, you fill out all kinds of forms, including consent forms. When you're laying on the operating table, the surgeon doesn't say to you, by the way, I'd like to see your identification and fill out some forms again. They're done before, so that when you go in for the procedure, it's all finished. All that paperwork is all finished. Your daughter did the wrong thing. Do I look like I need help from you?
No.
Then why are you raising your hand?
I just wanted to add something to it. I tattooed on her also. If you look at the...
Just a minute.
Okay.
I didn't say yes.
Okay. I apologize.
Do you understand? What I'm saying to you, wait 10 months, and if she wants to have the tattoo removed, she'll have it removed. Don't be mad at them. You gotta be mad at her.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Irene Bruce says Dave West owes for removing a tattoo from her 17-year-old daughter, Kira. Dave says Kira used a fake ID.
Okay. You got to put the blame where it belongs. The blame belongs with your daughter. If she had gone into that tattoo parlor and nobody said to her, let me see your ID, I say, you got a case. But they asked for her ID. She had a fake ID.
That looks nothing like her, I'm sorry.
I want to tell you something. I like to look at my driver's license and say it looks nothing like me, too. I look at my passport and I say, who is this person?
Right.
All right? So.
But she is neither 5'3" or 100 pounds. And if
I lie on my passport, I lied on my driver's license. I've been 100 pounds now since I was 8 years old. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
It's her responsibility. You can't transfer that to them.
Okay.
But if she wants to take it off, let her get a job.
Okay.
Let her pay for it.
She does. Okay. The other thing, when I visited the tattoo parlor, I spoke with Kevin. We called Dave, who said if he was going to have to pay to have this tattoo removed, that he wanted the sheriff called and my daughter arrested. I did call the sheriff from the studio. There were 3 officers that were present. They did state that it was a civil matter and that we needed to resolve it between us.
Because you wanted your daughter arrested.
Don't speak to her. Look at me.
Sir, I can't abide lies when they're presented in front of me, ma'am.
Don't
Thank
speak.
you.
I can't abide speaking out. Go ahead.
I did tell the officer that if they needed to arrest her, she needed to be responsible for her actions, and whatever their decision was, she would have to live with it. But they advised us to work it out in an amicable way. So Dave West did sign an agreement to pay half of the cost of the removal of the tattoos that were put on her body by Body
Let me see it.
Bazaar. He also requested that I obtain an estimate for the cost of the removal of the tattoos.
Just a minute.
Which I did.
You signed this on October 27th that you would help pay half the cost of removal of her tattoos? Sir, this is your
Yes,
number?
basically I signed. I was forced into signing it. There's 3 cop cars in my driveway blocking my driveway to my business. She said basically that she wasn't going to leave until I signed a piece of paper saying that I would help her pay for it. I got people trying to pull in my driveway. They can't come in. I'm losing business.
Listen to me, sir. All you do is go outside and say to the police, I have asked this woman to leave my shop. She refuses to leave my shop. She is now trespassing. Have her removed.
I wasn't aware of that. I did.
Well,
I was under a lot of stress. I had 3 cops at my business.
You may have been a lot of other stress,
I had
but
an
you
angry
signed
mother
this.
forcing me. I was
you
being
signed
under
this piece of paper.
I sure did, under duress. I was basically forced into it. I was under a lot of stress. I had cops at my business.
Mr. West, ignorance of the law is no excuse. I would dismiss the case. I'm telling you right now, this case would be over. I don't believe it's your responsibility. But you agreed to not pay half. It says, I, Dave West, will help pay half of the cost of removal of the tattoos. He doesn't say he's going to pay half. He says he'll help pay half. Now, that may be semantics, but since I feel as if it's so unjust for him to pay everything, or even half, I'm going to interpret what he says based upon the exact letter of this note, which says I will help pay half. And the total amount is a couple of $1,000. Half of that would be $1,000. So he's going to help pay half of the $1,000. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $100. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Your responsibility. Deal with it.
I still feel that he's responsible for accepting an identification that did not look anything like her.
She basically committed a crime. We were victims of it.
I wanted the tattoos.
We were a professional operation.
The tattoo should be removed.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Robinson versus Coleman. Step forward, please.
42-year-old nurse Torasanto Robinson is suing his ex-girlfriend, 43-year-old waitress Carolyn Coleman, for unpaid credit card charges and a gas bill. Carolyn says Torasanto has already been paid.
Mr. Robinson, you claim loans to the defendant.
Yes, I do.
She says you've been paid. How do you know her?
I met Mrs. Coleman back around 97, 98. We became friends. We dated a while, and she had an excellent job. I had excellent credit. She asked me to help her out with some utility things, which I put a lot of things in my name. As time went on, she took care of everything, the credit card, the utilities.
What credit card? I didn't hear credit card.
Yes, I got her a credit card also.
Why'd you get her a credit card for?
I mean, she was a good friend, and I trusted her, and she swore she would take care of the bill, no problem, and she did for a while.
And?
And as time went on, we decided to do other things in life, and she bought a house further away from me, and I could let the card be shipped to her home.
You let the card?
Yes. I had the address changed where it be mailed to her home. She continued to pay for a while, then as of June of this year, creditors started calling me. And around May of this year, I purchased another home for myself, and I found out that it was some utility bill that was unpaid. I went back to her and notified her of this. She took care of them all but one.
Which one didn't she take care of?
She did not take care of the gas bill.
How much is the gas bill?
It's 105.
So the gas bill is 105 that she didn't take care.
105.17, I'm sorry.
I have a difficult time enough with math. Don't talk to me about 17 cents. 105 was the gas bill. And what about the credit cards?
The credit card bill was $1,052.71.
And you never used this card?
No, I did not.
Okay. Let me see it.
Sure. If you can see, one of the statements, it have her address on it showing that the bill was going to her, and the other one had my address because I had to call them or have it sent back to me what I know what wasn't paid.
Okay, but during all the time she had this particular credit card, the bill was sent to her?
Yes. Not in the beginning, it was coming to me. After she moved to about 130-some miles away from me, that's when we sit down and decide, okay, we'll let the bill come to her.
And when did she move? When did you move?
I moved March of 2000.
So after March of 2000, the bills were coming to you directly on the credit card? That's easy enough to figure out. All I have to do is call the credit card company, madam.
I had the bills. I called the credit card company and had them come because he was getting all the bills, and I didn't know what was being on there or nothing.
So the bills were coming to you? All right. So, gas bill 105, credit card bill $1,052. Let me hear.
Okay, Your Honor, I can't believe he's doing this to me, but anyway, I paid him the money for the bills that he claimed that I didn't owe. I gave him an $800 check, and he was supposed to have paid those bills.
When?
On March the 2nd.
Judge, the $800 she gave me, that was after I tried to purchase my home, that was a Comcast cable bill that the finance company would not accept my loan for the simple fact that I had an outstanding bill for $800 for a cable bill. I turned around, called her and told her, I cannot get a loan for my house because they got this against me. She gave me $800. I went up there and I paid Comcast cable that amount.
No.
That was
Are
the
you
bill.
chewing gum?
I'm sorry.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
You used this credit card, madam. You continued to use this credit card after March of 2000.
No, ma'am.
Let me see the bills after March of 2000.
I have, from the day one I gave, this is all bills. And she had a good job. She traveled. You look and see, you can see them all over the place.
Just one second. I just want to look after March of 2000.
I did not use the card after March.
What?
I did not use that card in March.
I said after March of 2000.
Okay, excuse me.
You want to change your answer now? No. Did you use the card after March of 2000?
No, ma'am.
I never made one purchase on that card. Not one.
What's an action draft payment? Anybody know?
I guess it was through her bank. Yes, I'm pretty sure, because she did tell me once that the bank was automatically taking it out. The credit card was automatically coming from her checking account.
Well, that was done in April. That's after March. What's Sweet Sue?
Never heard of a Sweet Sue.
Is your new address 71?
Yes, ma'am.
So this bill was sent to you, showing what the balance was on the account in April, in May, and then the balances kept growing and growing because of finance charges, and you kept receiving these bills at your new address. What did you do with them when you got them?
I rarely check the mail, so my daughter might have gotten them and put them away because she does that.
That's a lot of baloney, Miss Coleman.
Oh, no, that's the truth.
No, that's a lot of baloney, Miss Coleman. Miss Coleman, you are clearly responsible for this. The fact that your daughter put away your mail and you didn't look for it, then you're responsible for it. But don't give me a lot of baloney that you never saw these bills.
No, I didn't.
Maybe one you could miss. March, April, May, June. This is a July bill, and you just ignored it. Why did you think you could get away with this?
I wasn't trying to get away with anything.
Sure you were.
After all the thousands of dollars to him that I paid to him over the couple of years that we was together, that was...
Wait a second. Because that's what you say in your answer.
Yes.
You say in your answer, I bought him a lot of jewelry and clothes and a lot of other things in the time that we were together.
Yes.
I more than paid him back. Now you're telling me that you bought him enough things and you just chose to ignore these bills because they were on his credit card. I would like to know what your defense is.
Well, my defense is that I gave him money to pay on the bills that he claimed that I owe him.
Okay, well, that defense is clearly non-existent because if you gave him money of March of 2000, you owed a lot more money on these cards. They kept building up and building up and building up. Your daughter threw away the bill, she hid the bill, you didn't see the bill. You bought him a lot of stuff when you were together.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
All of the above.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, $1,111, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think the judge was correct in awarding me this.
Well, I think he's just a money-hungry person.
You just can't go around doing this to people.
A few dollars. What's a few dollars compared to what I've given him?
I can put a price on a friendship. When my kids have to eat and I have to look like this, of course I can price it.
Look at him. That's what I gave him.
Miss Coleman said she got this when Miss Coleman met me. I looked like this, and I will continue to look like this.
Through with it.
Just be careful. Just be careful.
Yeah, this is case number 487 on the calendar in the matter of Tucker Parman versus Owsley Brown. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes.
Your relationship to Taran?
I'm her mother.
This is your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Neither of you were present on November 19th of 2001 when this fight took place. Is that right? You are merely here as nominal parties. You are suing because your daughter had certain medical bills and your daughter is a minor. So you're here with her. So I'm going to have the two moms sit down. Taryn, it is your claim that Erica assaulted you on the 19th of November, that she assaulted you and caused you some very serious injury. You had some 50 stitches as a result of this incident. And the defendant says that there was a fight, but she struck back in self-defense, correct? So, Taryn, why don't you tell me what started this argument?
Well,
I never had an argument with her, actually. It was nothing to do with me and her. I had went to the park.
You went to the park?
Yeah.
Who did you go to the park with?
I went to the park with Steven, who was my boyfriend at the time.
And what did you go to the park for?
Well, a week prior to this happening, he had broken up with me to go out with Ashley, her witness.
And then he came to your house?
And he said that I want to be back with you. I don't want to go out with her anymore. Let's go to the park. I know they're up there, and we'll tell her that me and her aren't going to be together anymore, that me and you are going to be together.
Why was that necessary, Taryn? Why was it necessary for you to accompany him?
It wasn't, but...
It sure wasn't. That was really stupid. If he wants to have a conversation with his couple of weeks' girlfriend, let him take care of that by himself. All right, so you get to the park. And what happened when you get to the park with the genius over here?
Well, I go to get out of the car, and Ashley runs over the side of the car. I really didn't have a chance to have words with her because she came over, started saying cuss words, you want to fight me, flicked a cigarette on my face, and came at me, so I came back at her.
What do you mean you came back out at her?
She came at me like to hit me, so I came back at her.
Just a minute. How could you come back at her if you were in the car?
No, this is right after I stepped out of the car. She ran over the car.
She ran over to the car when you first arrived.
Well, I stepped out of the car, and then here she comes around the corner.
No, you didn't tell me that. Now you're getting back. So you got out of the car.
Yes.
And the boyfriend got out of the car.
Yes.
And Ashley comes running up to you, cursing you.
Yeah.
Because now you're with her boyfriend, right? You think. And then you've had a fight with her.
Yes.
Just the two girls.
Me and Ashley, yes.
And what is Prince Charming doing while you're fighting with Ashley?
Standing with his brother and other people that had came to the park. They were standing there watching, I guess.
Okay, so did you finish fighting with Ashley?
Yeah, her brother came up and kind of broke it up. She walked over to her friends, and I walked over with Steven beside his car.
And then what happened?
Then Steven's brother, who was there, were trying to get Erica to hit me. They're like, oh, fighter, fighter. She just beat up her friend.
Just a second. His group was instigating Erica to fight you. And tell me again what they were saying.
They were just telling her, they were like, oh, she got in a fight with your friend. How are you going to let her do that to your friend?
So they wanted your boyfriend, Prince Charming over here, according to you, wanted Erica to beat you up.
Yes.
And that's after he told you to come to the park with him to tell Ashley that he didn't want to see her anymore.
Yes.
You following this?
Oh, very closely, very closely.
All right, so now they're instigating Erica to fight you.
Yeah.
What happened next?
Okay, well, I was standing near Steven's car, and they were all in a group near us. I wanted to leave, and I had said to Steven, I looked over and I'm like, let's leave. When I went to turn back around, she hit me in the side of the face, got me on the ground, got on my back, took my head and slammed it into the concrete. That's a lot.
Just a second. Wait 1 second, you're going to have a turn.
Okay.
And is that when you were injured?
Yes.
And where were you injured?
All around my eye, and I have pictures.
I'd like to see them. And these injuries occurred as a result of your face being slammed into the concrete?
Yes.
What are these marks on your back?
Well, when she got me like onto the ground, I guess she dug her nails into my back.
What finally stopped the fight?
After she did that, I guess she realized what she had done because, immediately blood started gushing out. They looked, saw what I'd done, and everyone ran and got into cars to leave.
What about Prince Charming?
He came over to me, and we got in his car and we left.
Now let me hear your version of the events.
Well, her cousin Stephanie was at school one day, and she came up to me before all this stuff had happened and said that she went up to the park and Ashley ran from her. This is how it all started, okay? This has to do with later on in
I don't
the
have a
story.
cousin named Stephanie, but...
Don't interrupt her.
Well, they said they were cousins. And she said that she ran from her. So I was like, that's not true. My friend wouldn't run from her, you know. I was like, that's lying. I was like, she's lying, you know. She got suspended from school for coming at me.
Who did?
Her cousin, Stephanie. Well, they said they were cousins.
Okay. So she got suspended from school.
Yeah.
And this was before this happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what happened on the 19th?
Stephen and Ashley were at the park. They got into a fight. He said, oh, well, I'm going to get Taryn because Ashley broke up with him.
So he was at the park first, before he went to pick up
Yeah,
Taryn.
we were all at the park without her there.
And they had an argument. These two people had an argument.
And she broke up with him. So he was like, oh, well, I'm going to get Taryn, you know. She's going to whoop your butt when I get back. So she picks Taryn up. Taryn gets out of the car. Oh, so you're the little twit that Steven's going out with. And she's like, yeah, you know what? And Taryn was like, oh, well, you know, calling her names, calling her a B, you know, saying dirty cuss words to her. And so Taryn hit her. And then Ashley hit her, and they were rolling on the ground and everything. Mike came over, got
Who's
him.
Mike?
Her brother. He came over, got him up, and Taryn was standing there, and she was like acting like a tough, like a bully or whatever. And so Taryn comes over to me. She's like, oh, so who's the one that got my cousin suspended from school? She's like, Erica, like that. And I was like, yeah, that's me. She's like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to fight for my cousin. And then she went like that, and she flinched at me, and she hit me, and I hit her.
No, just a second. She flinched at you.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell me, listen to me. Make sure you tell me everything that happened. Don't embellish it to make it sound better, because I'm a truth machine.
I know.
Do you understand?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 17-year-old Taryn Parman claims she was badly injured during a fight with 15-year-old Erica Brown. Erica says Taryn was looking for trouble, and she found it.
So far, I believe you. So now don't tell me anything that's not true.
Oh, I'm not.
So here we go. After she flinched at you, what happened?
I moved like that because I thought she was going to hit me.
Yes, very slowly. And if you don't remember what happened next, you can say, I don't remember what actually happened next. Don't make it up as you go along.
I'm not.
Good. So you moved back to sort of avoid her.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then she hit me in the jaw.
How did she hit you?
With her fist.
Yes.
She punched me in the jaw. And so I was like, and I hit her, and then she fell to the ground on her back. I didn't scratch her. The gravel, it was gravel. It wasn't concrete. The gravel scratched up her back. That was it. Because she had a very hurt knee, and her knee was all tore up and everything.
Okay, so she fell on her back.
Right. She was getting up like she was going to come at me. She grabbed my hair. I grabbed her hair. I banged her head into the ground. Then after that, it was like she got up and she just got into the car. She didn't say nothing to nobody. She didn't say anything. She just got up, got into the car. Stephen got in. They left. That was it.
So what you're telling me is she hit you first.
Yes.
And you retaliated. Okay. Now I want you to tell me about this cousin, Stephanie.
I don't have a cousin named Stephanie.
I said in quotes, cousin, friend, whatever.
It's a girl that I used to know in middle school who moved away for 4 years and just moved back.
Yes.
I don't hang out with her.
Yes.
I know who she is. We talk at school occasionally when I went to school.
And I want you to tell me about this discussion that you had with the defendant, even though it was a short discussion, about Stephanie.
We never said anything to each other. At that park that day, we never said a word to each other.
So then you're telling me she just came on and assaulted you?
Denny, Stephen's brother, and all of them were saying, oh, beat her, you know, beat her up, beat her up, beat her up. I went to turn around and she hit me. I never touched her. She hit me, she got me on the ground.
Stephen was there.
She smacked
He
my head
knows.
into the ground.
Just a second. Stephen, you think I would believe a thing that he tells me? This idiot? Stand up here, Stephen. I mean, I can't resist this one. You had a fight with Ashley at the park.
Yes, ma'am.
And after you had a fight with Ashley at the park, you went to her house.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said, we're going to go to the park now,
Yes, ma'am.
where the other people are sort of hanging around, because we're bored today, so maybe we can create a fight. Right?
No, ma'am. I wasn't
Well, what
thinking
did you go there for with her?
that. To talk to Ashley and let her know that I'm going to be back with Taryn.
You're lying.
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Yes, you are. What was the reason for getting her involved with Ashley?
I didn't know that Ashley was going to run up to the car and start a fight.
Well, you had a fight with Ashley before you left the park.
It wasn't really a fight.
It was really a fight. It was an argument, which is why you went to her house. It was really an argument. She may not have hit you and you may not have hit her, but you had an argument.
That's why you went to her house.
During the whole time that him and her had been going out, I had been talking to Ashley on the phone, so I never thought a conflict would. I had been talking to her. I told her that he was cheating on her. He was cheating on her the whole time he was with her. I talked to her on the phone every single day. She called me.
How old are you?
17.
You should be smarter at 17. I don't expect you to be fully cooked, but you shouldn't be an idiot. You went there looking for trouble, along with him. He especially knew that there was going to be trouble, and that he and his relatives egged a fight, egged her on to fight with you. Doesn't that say something about him? That he's a moron? Yeah. And you're a moron for being there. For that, you don't get rewarded. You got injured? Did you call the police?
Yes.
And was she arrested?
Yes, she was.
Was the charge dismissed?
Yes, it was.
Why?
They never told me.
Self-defense.
She didn't even file a police report. If I had hit her, why didn't she file a report?
I haven't read. Shh, just a second. Maybe she did. Self-defense. You went there looking for trouble, but for the fact that you went there with this idiot, there wouldn't have been a fight. And the two of you went there looking for trouble. And he knew that because he knew that there were two different factions there. And Mr. Idiot over here stood by while his two girlfriends fought. Isn't that what you told me? What is he doing sitting on your side of the table?
Because he was there.
Is he still your boyfriend?
No.
Shh. Thank God for small favors. Anyway, you went there looking for trouble. You found it. Pay your own medical bills. Case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you, Judge Judy. Taryn's a troublemaker, and she went looking for trouble, and she found it.
Jealousy, over girls being girls.
Look at me and look at her. Nobody likes her. She's not a liked person.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Busby versus Landfear. Step forward, please.
27-year-old telemarketer Larry Busby is suing 40-year-old tattoo artist Bill Lamphere for the cost of a tattoo and for the cost of its removal.
Mr. Busby, do not get too comfortable, sir. This case is not going to take that long.
Okay.
According to your complaint, you went to the defendant to have a tattoo put on your arm of your girlfriend.
Correct.
He put the tattoo on your arm. According to you, it was a terrible job. You went someplace else and had the other arm tattooed, same girlfriend. Is that right?
Yes.
You want the defendant to pay not only what you paid him to tattoo your arm because you didn't like the job, but you want him to pay the cost of having the tattoo surgically removed.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Step up, sir. Let me see the tattoo that the defendant put on your arm.
This is it right here.
Okay. Now let me see the tattoo and her name is Silly?
No, that's just what I call her. It's like a nickname. And both tattoo artists, they use the same.
Don't speak to me, just show me.
Okay.
And there's Silly Girl.
Right.
Okay, so we have one silly. Now let me see the other one. One Silly and one Silly Girl.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Step back, sir. Tattooing, excuse me, Mr. Lamphere, I think it's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. All right, people.
I make a good living at it.
I understand that, especially if somebody tattoos a picture of a girlfriend or a girlfriend's name on an arm. I mean, marriages don't last. 50% of people get divorced first time, 40% the second time. They put the names of the girlfriend. They all want to have it taken off. The second wife doesn't like the first wife's name staring at her in the middle of the night, you know. Well, that's stupidity. Not only didn't you put a name, you put a whole picture on there. And not everything is the same. It's an art form. It's not going to be exactly a picture. It's going to be a rendition of a picture. Even if you stay together, she's going to get older. And your skin is going to change. Do you know what happens to your skin sometime? As you get older, Mr. Busby, what happens is the skin gets a little flabby. So her face may not change, but your arm is going to get a little droopy. And believe me, sir, 20 years from now, those pictures are going to look very, very different on your arm.
Well, ma'am, if I can just explain that the fact I want a tattoo of the way she looks now, I understand, you know, she's going to age and things are going to look different, but I want something
and
the way
your
she
arm
looks
is going to
now.
age, sir.
Right, I understand that, ma'am. The main point is that I took this picture right here that I had blown up, this picture right here, to both tattoo artists, okay? And I understand there's a certain amount of freedom that each artist has for their artistic freedom. And I can even point out in this tattoo right here that, you know, it's a different necklace. The hair's got a few different waves in it. You know, and I'm not trying to be like a complete perfectionist. Like the nose is a little too big there, but that's not a big deal. I'm not like that strict about being perfection. But I mean, like these two, it's no resemblance at all to her. I carried in a stack of photographs like this.
Mr. Busby, sometimes you go get your hair done. You go to a very, very famous hairdresser, and they color your hair, if one does that, and they cut your hair, and it comes out terrible. You hate it. You don't go back to them. You don't go back. This is a very subjective thing you have on your arm, sir.
But I made it clear to him that I wanted, I guess why I used so many different pictures, I wanted to have a strong resemblance to her. And this tattoo does not resemble her at all. It looks like Linda Blair from The Exorcist. I went in there, I told him, I said, this is my girlfriend.
It doesn't look like Linda Blair. It looks lovely. And maybe if this relationship doesn't work out, you'll find somebody who more closely resembles your right arm. Now, if you go to a tattoo artist who is not taking the photograph, it's a rendition, it's a picture of somebody. Why somebody would want to have that done, I have no clue to begin with. It's not a photograph. It's a picture. It's his sense of what it is. And maybe he's a lousy tattoo artist. But you don't sue for that, sir. And I certainly, after I had one experience that didn't turn out the way I liked it, wouldn't have gone to somebody else and had the other arm tattooed. Oh. To make a long story short, sir, you now have 2 tattoos. If you want to have one taken off, take it off. He's not paying for it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I would never go back to this tattoo artist again.
I did the tattoo. It looked fine when it left my shop.
It's even worse than like a jailhouse tattoo. I mean, this is really pathetic.
From what I've seen, it was improper care.
You should have better standards to be a tattoo artist to get your license.
This is strictly a case of improper care.
If you want God's most beautiful creation, you know, don't go to that guy. You're going to come up with like Linda Blair from The Exorcist.